Salute, salute, salute to everybody in attendance right now behind the bar. Salute to you, King. Hi, baby. Jayla, light side. Hey, sis. I want to see if a few more people will come in. If they don't, they don't. If they do, that's what's up. So, yeah, it's gonna get crazy. So, we talking about DL people, DL men to be exact. Okay, we at three. Sis, you want me to drop the link or you want to wait? Hold up, once it start, I'll drop it for you now if you want. But yeah, anyway, so we talking about DL because the shit is not cool of what's going on. It's not cool of what's going on, y'all. My goddamn homegirl was laying up with a nigga every motherfucking day just to find out that he's a DL. He has a whole boyfriend. That shit is not cool at all. At all. Hold on, sis. Hold on, y'all. Let me how the fuck? Yo, I ain't been on here so long. I forgot how to drop the link. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I did that. Did that. Did that. Oh. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. I ain't done. All right, sis. I just dropped the link. I just dropped the link. Don't laugh, because you know I. But yeah, Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus. You know how that feel? To find out that the man you've been sleeping with, probably unprotected with, is in a whole gay relationship. Not with just one guy, but multiple guys, as well as multiple women, all at the same time. This shit is not cool. Selvin, salute to you, King. Thanks for pulling up. This shit is not cool, y'all. It's not. And that's why so many motherfucking diseases going out and so many mental illness. That shit all forms together as one. To be real. It's crazy. And it's nasty. Nasty fucking work. Nasty. I wish. You can't compete with a man. You cannot compete with a man. I'm sorry. It's no way. It's no way. Like you hold on, I'm live. Like you can't even try to. I don't even want to. Now, my thing is I don't see why men can't just keep it a buck. Just be real. You are who you are. That's something you cannot help. Don't hide it. It's not cool. You gotta give people options. You know how many females it is out here that don't mind, you know what I'm saying, dealing with a guy that's bisexual? A lot of them. Hey
Salute,
sis.
sis. Hey, salute.
Salute to
I'm
you,
back here
Queen.
dying already.
Huh?
I'm back here dying already. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you perfect. Nah,
Good.
that's good shit though, sis. You can't compete with a man. What would you do? Like, how would you feel? Like, I would not have even exposed that. Like, I would have probably been like, I probably would have went to somebody like, yo, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to expose this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Make it seem like real
That's
shit.
mhm.
Cause that shit just not cool. It's nasty. It's nasty. And they don't even be thinking about shit like that. They don't think about shit like that. And then the moment they find out they got something, they're mad. How?
That's a
And I'm
fact.
looking and I'm looking at her, right? And I'm like, yo, you're just freely speaking about this right now, knowing that everybody knows that he was just in your bed. You feel what
Mm.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't do it. And then you know what I'm saying? It's just, oh Lord, like I can't even. yo, yo, like it's just like, remember, since I told you I had a whole different
Would
life,
be
I wanted to
set
switch
up
it up.
the
Huh?
way my can you hear me? The way my anxiety would be set up, we gotta go to the hospital tonight.
Tonight,
Tonight,
ASAP,
everyone,
ASAP,
man,
no Rocky. I'm on the way because you got me fucked up.
fuck completely up. And a man, yo, nah, yeah,
And the
something,
shit that's
yeah.
so crazy is, right. So
Mm-hmm.
she had got. So you know how when you first start, mind you, they're not even 5 months in or a good full 3 months in. That's what makes it
Mm,
even worse. But thank God she caught it in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? But now they wasn't posting each other. They were like just dating, But they was around each other every day and this, that, and the third, yada yada yada. And then finally he posts her and then somebody just boom shot her a message like, yo, sorry to tell you, but that nigga you with, he, he's a dick muncher. like,
somebody got yo,
right?
that's a sis, that's a whole different level
A whole
of
different level,
of
sis. So she,
cheating.
so
Yeah.
she calls me immediately, like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, what do you mean? What's going on? Talk to me. Oh, so boom, da da da. Basically said the same shit I just said. So she don't know if it's just like a hater, somebody that's just trying to turn her away from him or whatever. I said, let me tell you something. Most of the time, people don't do that for no reason, right? Eight
Mm-hmm.
out of 10, maybe 7 out of 10 is true. It's possible it could be fake, somebody that's angry and mad or whatever the case. But don't blow past that shit. Keep that shit in the back of your head. Talk to that man about it and watch his body language, and that'll tell you from there. Long story short, she
That
just found
requires
out.
immediate, immediate attention. I'm not playing with
Immediate.
you. Everything
Immediate.
stopped. I'm not even addressing the fact that they saying you gay. We got to go to the doctor. Period. It don't matter if it's a lie or whatever. And but my thing is, do we not know that our spouses or our partners is gay? Like I feel like it's signs that come with that.
Especially if you, especially, let me tell you something. Especially if you're a bottom. He's a bottom. He's not even one of them
Whoa,
top BLs. He's the one that take it, not give it. He's the one that's
she
going down. You know what I'm saying? So how were you not able to see that? That's mine. How how are you not able to see that? Like, I'm confused. Ain't no motherfucking way.
that.
Ain't no way.
Some, I got
Ain't no.
homegirls that I got homegirls too that they tell me that they boyfriends like when they having intercourse they like fingers in their butts and they
Yeah,
saying they not gay. I don't know, but I feel like
I,
it's sign.
I've heard about that as well. And honestly, to me, nigga, it's some type of it's some bitch. You not gonna sit here and tell me you're not gay because why the fuck is you want fingers up your ass? But at the same time, a lot of men don't know it, but that's where a man's G spot is. So you
I
never know.
hear it.
Hey yo, hey
Yeah.
yo, I'm up here.
Hi, baby.
Salute Artie. Nah, that's what
So
they
you,
saying.
Salute, salute, lights out, Queens up.
Right.
so you never fucking know, but at the same time, it's like that's red flags for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's red fucking flags for me. And this woman that enjoy that shit. That's why I said you have to speak up. You have to speak up because that shit is not fair for the other person. It's
Yeah.
not. You could be fucking with a nigga, right? That
Mm,
you could be fucking with a nigga that fuck with guys, right? And then something go down. Y'all wind up breaking up. Next thing you know, you wind up fucking with another nigga. Later on down the line, you wind up with some type of STD or some type of HIV or full blown AIDS, and then you don't know where it came from. Who gave it to you? You could fucking blame the nigga you with at the moment when it was that nigga that you was with and didn't know the nigga was
Before that.
Right.
Mhm. Yeah,
Right.
but yeah, you completely correct.
That's the reason. That's why you need to get your ass checked. You gotta get your ass checked up every once in a while.
Get
Yeah, but see,
tested.
a lot of people feel like, oh, if they not sick or they don't feel no, or you got some people that
Ugh.
be feeling sick as hell and still refuse to go to the doctor.
Mhm.
Half these motherfuckers out here ain't got no motherfucking Medicaid.
My, and it's mostly men. I ain't gonna lie. Mostly men hate the doctors.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's a lot of females too. And it's not about hating the
Mhm.
doctors. It's about all they want to do is get high, smoke, fuck, fight, chill in lobbies, hallways, corners, Burger
No,
King lot.
a lot of men just do so much dirty shit. That's why they be scared to fucking doctor.
Yeah, they be scared their hair. Yo, it's crazy. And I something that need to be talked about
Let
because
me.
shit like that could fuck up your mental as well.
So is she like concerned? Like, do you feel urgency? Do you, what is she saying?
She's just regular. It's weird because me, I would have been traumatized.
Yo, my fucking anxiety, sis, I would have, yo, let me tell y'all, when I used to go get tested for AIDS and shit like that, I
So
ain't waiting a week. I need to take that shit that take 15 minutes because I remember how that made me feel. That's what made me never go and have unprotected sex again. Let
Right,
me tell y'all something. I work for a company that I work for people that we tested people with AIDS and HIV. We were the people who went out here on the buses and tested people. Let me tell y'all, that shit is out here like a cold. It ain't no age. It ain't no fucking race. None of
right.
that. Youngest 13. You know how hard it is to sit across from somebody and tell them that they test came back positive, yo. That
Yo,
shit
I
is
could
not, yo,
imagine.
I'm telling you. I'm
that's
telling you.
suicide
A lot of,
thoughts.
yeah,
Hell
a
yeah.
lot,
That's why I said that shit fucks with your
mhm,
mental, yo. That
yeah.
shit fucks
A
with your
lot of people,
fucking mental.
a lot of people don't want to know. A lot of
Like,
people, let
guys,
me tell you something right quick. When you know, you could treat, you could prevent, because we don't need people out here in a community that is sick and don't know, because that means that they're infecting other people. You understand? If
right.
anybody want to get tested or anything, I don't still work for there, but I can always direct you to a resource to get tested. Know your status. Health
But what?
is wealth.
But what
Health
about the
is
ones?
wealth.
What about the ones who do get tested and they come out positive and they don't even tell their partner because they
They be
scared?
bugging people. Yeah. It was
So
a
they just
lady
they
like that.
look. Remember what happened on Why Did I Get Married Too? I think it was, or
Yeah.
one of them. And the husband had Tyler Perry test him and he had an STD. And
Yeah.
when it got blown up, she was like, "Oh, you ain't get that from such and such. You got that from what she said his name was Troy, Tommy, some shit." And he was like,
Yeah.
"What?" She was like, "Yeah, cause he gave it to me, and you got it from me." Boom! I been got my shot, bitch. What? I would have been leaving him out of there in motherfucking cuffs doing hard motherfucking time. Don't play with me like that.
Well, Tizzle, just to even add on to that, right? Me and John, we were sitting here watching movies one day, and you know the ads commercials come on, and it was the HIV ads, like promoting that if you have it, you don't have to spread it. And he was like, "Yo, why so many commercials coming on?" And I was telling him, "It's a market for it now. It's a
I don't,
market
I
for it."
don't, I don't, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. It's I forgot what the shit is called, but it's this medication that they got out for people with HIV or whatever, and you take it, and as long as you take it every day, how you should take it, your partner
Right,
can't contract it. I don't believe
right,
that, because if you could do that, then that means you could fucking cure it. Period.
sure.
Period.
Hmm.
Period. And you got motherfuckers that's taking the meds and not telling nobody that they have HIV because they feel
Hmm.
like they're taking their meds and it's okay because the doctor said that you won't spread it. No, fuck out of here. I think it'll just take a little bit longer,
Right, but you gonna get it.
but
You
you're
gonna
gonna
get it.
get that shit. You're
Right.
gonna definitely get that shit, and that shit not cool. Look at that. You'll be surprised how many motherfucking celebrities got that shit. Look at that fucking Instagram model. I forgot her name. Damn
Gina
near
too.
lost her life. Damn near
Gina
lost her
too.
life. You see
Yeah.
how fucking skinny she is,
Yeah. That shit was crazy.
and she don't
And
even
she
know
said
who
she
she got
became
it from.
a celebrity. Right.
She all she
Right.
know is she was fucking all the celebrities.
Mm, out
She
there.
named
And was it
motherfucking Chris Brown. She named so Usher. She named so many
mm,
fucking names.
yeah,
And it's like, God damn, you don't know which celebrity gave that shit to you. They probably all had it. Cause how you straight get full blown?
right. She was skinny girl. I was concerned about her. She
She
was
was small, like she
nasty.
couldn't even walk.
Right.
She couldn't
Skinny
walk. She
like
couldn't talk. Nothing. They told her good thing she came in when she came in. Good thing they found out when they found out because she was going back and forth. After a while, because she kept being sick, she was just having like flu symptoms. So they
mm-hmm.
sent her home and shit. That's just like STDs. That shit not like how it is back in the days where you just you having some type of pain or the nigga burning or the girl burning and you wind up going to no, ain't none of that no more. Motherfuckers just walking around here
Burning
freely with
crazy. Like,
STDs.
yeah, yeah, yes. And don't care. And don't care. Herpes? They said 1 out of 4 people have herpes. 1 out of 4.
Because there's different forms of herpes. Like
Yeah.
I never knew at first. At one point, I never knew what a cold sore was. When I used to see people with cold sores, I used to back the fuck up quick.
You not hitting my you cred. That's why I don't smoke with people.
Dead
No
ass.
way.
I'm
Yeah.
straight, and then I found out cold sores is a form of herpes, but it's not the herpes. Like how everybody would look at it. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. That don't no. Mm-mm. And
I don't want nothing on my shit. My lip? Nah, that's
I don't
crazy.
like to say the word never, but I haven't had one yet. In my whole 37 years, I haven't had one yet.
Nah, never. I had like little hair bump, when you flick, but nah, never. I look at people's mouth. The mouth is the dirtiest thing on the body. Niggas be thinking they be lit, like, let me eat. What? No, in my mind, when a man comes to me like that, that means you giving something away, bro. You giving
Now,
something away?
when they so pushy and pushy and pushy and
Thirsty.
pushy
Mm,
and pushy and thirsty. Let me tell you something. One day,
mm-hmm,
I was in a store. I was in a store by my restaurant, right?
mm-hmm,
I was in a store, and it's
mm-hmm,
me and three of my workers. We in there. They getting what they getting. I got what I got. So a guy walked
mm-hmm.
in. And all light skinned niggas is just swear to God they the shit. A guy walked in, sis.
The ones,
And
the big niggas
and
are born to that shit.
yeah. So he walks in or whatever the case may be. So, we talking. One of my homegirls is like, Sister, you gotta do my hair. You be lazy as shit. I don't even see how you do your hair yourself or whatever, whatever. So we
Mm-hmm,
talking, but the guy's standing there on the side of us waiting for us to get done with paying for our stuff. But in our
mm-hmm,
business, so much to the point where he was like, excuse me, did I hear one of y'all say y'all do hair or whatever the case may be?
mm-hmm,
So my homegirl she like, excuse me, you was that much in our business or whatever. He was like, nah, I'm not from here, but I need my hair done. I'm from Miami. This and the third. I came out here to check a couple of people, like saying, long story short, he's some type of producer, whatever, whatever. I don't know. But me, I'm a married woman, so I don't interact with men I don't know.
mm-hmm,
So my
mm-hmm,
homegirl just talking to the nigga. She was like, I mean, like, I'm not nice with it, but I know how to braid or whatever the case may be. He like, oh, word. Well, I'm down here for 2 more nights. Um,
mm-hmm,
put your number in my phone. So I'm looking at her like, bitch, is you serious? So she's like, this is only about braiding hair, right? He's like, yeah, of course, of course, of course. While she came to work the next day, it was like the nigga called her immediately. The nigga called her immediately, right? So she's he's asking her where she's from. She's talking to him where he's from. Long story short, He just started talking sexual. So she's like, hold on. You said this was just about braiding hair. He was like, yeah, but you a female. Like, if I sit in between your legs to get my hair braided, I should be able to sit in between your legs for something else. I was like, that's a red fucking flag right there, bitch. Cause nigga,
Yeah,
you don't know me.
at
How
all.
you automatically feel like she's like, he told her he had a woman or whatever. So she's like, well, why you know, coming on to me? He like, oh, cause you know she out there, but she know what I do. She don't mind. No,
Yeah,
that's a
shit.
red flag.
Yeah, I ain't talking about
Bitch, I would have hung that motherfucking phone up immediately. Then
I
she
would have
started saying, he
reported
started telling her the size of his shit and everything. That's very fucking uncomfortable.
ew. Really?
Yes, that's very
That's
uncomfortable. You know,
disgusting.
you ever felt when somebody was telling you a story and it's like it's happening to you, you just feel it, and yo, I started getting creeped out
Really?
and
Yeah.
every fucking thing.
Yeah.
It was so weird of her telling me that. Like I felt like it was happening to me. Nasty
Yeah.
work. People just don't be fucking caring. They just be wanting to get, and that's all it is now with these young motherfuckers. And some old heads too. They see a
That.
girl with a pretty face or fat ass, or the females. Even with females, I think it's even nastier with females. You got females that go on to niggas too, and niggas don't be thinking.
Mm-mm.
They be like, oh, what I'm saying though, like, huh, shorty
Mm-mm.
pretty fat ass, this and the third. Niggas never realize or understand when a bad bitch walk up to you and try to holler at you, or not all
Nobody
bad
else.
bitches, but most bad bitches. You don't. Why you ain't got a man? Shorty, you mad pretty. How you single? This is how I would look. And then not only that, but you coming on to me. Turn off.
Just because
Sometimes
you
it's not what you do, it's how you do it. It's all right to go after what you see you like. That's okay, but it's how you fucking do it.
that.
People don't pay attention to the red flags. But back to my homegirl, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
you okay with exposing that? As quick as you exposed that, while you was exposing, I would have been in the Uber on my way to the nearest ER.
I'm like, yo, that
Fuck is
shit
you
is
talking
so
about?
crazy.
And it be yo, no lie, it be women too. You know how many articles I went by and I listened and I heard, and these bitches be having knowing they have AIDS, and they said they just give they fuck everybody raw, but they walk around giving it out on
Mm-mm.
purpose because they felt like that's what happened to them. No, that's not what you do. You should have never been a fast ass allowing fucking Paul, Mark, or whoever go up in you raw dog. That's your fault for whatever you caught.
Nigga, raw. Raw, you talking about my life now. That's like
Right,
putting a gun in my head like Russian roulette. Nigga, you crazy.
right.
Never. No, it ain't, and it ain't a price on it either.
At
It ain't
all,
a
sis,
price.
you know how
None
many
of
women and
that
men
shit.
was on a wanted list for going around giving people fucking AIDS
Wow. Sis, I'm gonna
because
say
they
this
had it.
lady. This dude knew he had it. Let me tell you what the dude did, sis, right quick. Right quick. She met this dude and she wanted to get tested with him. Before they went, before they did it, they went tested. She went and got every test. He got every test but the AIDS test. I would have definitely knew that was a red flag.
That was the
Nigga,
first one they should have had. That
I
ass.
would have knew he had it. I would have been like, yo, because if you, but let me tell you too, when you go to the hospital, they don't necessarily test for AIDS and HIV. You have to ask for that.
Yeah,
Not all
but
the time.
certain, not exactly, but you have some. But depending on the predicament, like if you constantly having these certain type of symptoms and they don't see anything, when they take your blood, they're able to do any test without your
Mhm,
permission.
mhm,
So if they see that everything else in the blood work is coming back as normal, their next
mhm.
thing they're able to take a HIV test.
Right. Like
That's
my
how a lot
doctor.
of people found out they had that shit.
Had
Let
it.
me tell you
Or
something.
what? Mhm,
I know this girl. She was Spanish. She was married, right? And her
Mm-hmm.
husband, they were like swingers or whatever, right? They were
Mm-hmm.
swingers. And they were doing dumb. Like they would have like these little parties on the weekends, get tipsy, fly ass beautiful fucking house. Clean ass people. You look at them, you see them, they always on point, always fly, clean as fuck. One day, this girl went to the motherfucking hospital. She was sick. She was sick as a fucking dog. She goes to the hospital. I mean, this girl was in a hospital bed to the point where she was weak. She was barely able to speak. All she kept doing
She
was
had
sleeping.
AIDS.
Yo, they came up to her and they was like, "You have AIDS, not
Mm,
HIV, but full blown
yeah,
motherfucking AIDS."
I would
She
have.
was so weak, sis. She was so weak and fucked up. She couldn't even really react.
I would have called the boys. I would have texted them niggas, come get
She
that
couldn't.
nigga
She didn't know
now.
who the fuck she. They were doing women and men, so she didn't know
Oh, that's
who.
what they were swingers. They oh
Yeah, they
well.
were swingers. They were having, they was having these little parties. And my thing is, what made it weird for me
That's the
was,
HIV section. If you swinging, that's the HIV section.
but what made it weird is y'all swingers. Why do y'all not think to be protected? Because if these people is coming into your home being
Mm,
swingers with y'all, don't y'all think they being swingers other places? Got diagnosed with
mm,
AIDS, and within 2.5 weeks later, she was gone.
yeah. And he lived out. He outlived her and still was burning bitches.
No, 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 no.
Oh,
The husband had been
mm.
passed away. He passed away. He got murdered.
Oh,
God
okay.
bless his dad. God bless
So
his
she
soul.
probably did make the call. But go ahead.
Yeah. So no, 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 no. It wasn't him that gave it to her.
Oh,
She don't even know if he even contracted. He was already. She stopped swinging because he got killed. So, like later on down the line, like she wound up going to the hospital being really, really sick, like real sick. And that's what she found out. And I say about 2.5 weeks later, she was gone.
mm,
Her fucking T cells was already super, super low.
mm,
And that's why I be telling people, when I see my son and his little friends, I be telling them, like, listen, I know y'all love bitches, but strap the fuck up because these little girls don't know what they walking around with either. Because they
that's
going
what
around
I
fucking these young
told
niggas.
you.
You know
What?
what I'm saying?
That shit'll burn your motherfucking life away. And what it is everything is sexualized. But they need to be telling Sexy Red and them needs to be telling them that you're gonna be sick. You're gonna succumb to
That
AIDS or
they
HIV.
not gonna sis, they not gonna do that. That's why they promoting and that's why they send it out. Look at
That's
Megan. Megan the Stallion. What she said, she no longer want to be. She said a hoe, but you know what she mean. Like
promiscuous.
yes,
Yeah,
in her music videos and everything, because she realized what these little girls are learning.
right. And something, Suzu, I want to say this too, right? I think we all, as women, go through a period when we're being promiscuous. What's going on now is it's not like back in the days. You catch a little chlamydia, gonorrhea, or nothing. Now that shit is like you gonna die in 3 weeks. You
Hmm.
got herpes. You're gonna have outbreaks.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and that's why I feel like we need more. Because the government damn sure not going to do it. We need more people. Like we need to spread the awareness. Like y'all little girls, all right, understandable. Y'all want to fuck. Y'all like to
right,
fuck. Y'all tingling down there.
right,
But strap
right,
up. Tell a nigga like, boo boo, you gotta double that strap, cause them shits pop.
right,
Them shits
right.
pop. Yo, let me tell you something. Before me and artists got together,
Mm-hmm,
um, before me and artists got together, we were we were friends first. Give me yeah.
mm-hmm.
We were friends first, right? This nigga artist, I go. This nigga artist had his motherfucking HIV results hanging up on his motherfucking door.
Fucking right.
You hear
You
me?
right.
And at first
Yeah,
I was weirded out because I'm like, bitch, what the fuck is the purpose of that? when it's just family here. Like he wasn't having no female company or whatever because his BM and his kids was staying with him or whatever the case may be. But it was just the
Mm.
excitement of him knowing he don't have it. He said every time he will walk in his motherfucking door, it will remind him and let him know, nigga, you are free.
That's a badge of
You
honor.
STD
Let me
free
tell
and you
you. Hmm. When you out there, or not even out there, but when you go through that shit, when you have to worry about them test results coming back and you know that you have not been 100 and been strapped up, when you get them results, that shit is a badge of honor. I'm never gonna be out like that no more. Yo, that shit is real. That's not a good feeling. Bro, you start thinking about
sis,
everything like, yo,
you know how to send Queen the link in the back?
yeah, I'm gonna send it to her right now.
She just hit me up for it. Send a link.
Hmm.
But yeah, that shit is no joke, and I wanna yo, everybody. I told you, everybody always be like, yo, hey, you need to open up something else, and you need to be. You're good with bringing out awareness because a lot of these, and I can't even say a lot of these little girls don't know, because let me tell you
Hmm.
something. Every mother ain't a bad mother, and every father ain't a bad fucking father, or they all never too busy. Because let me tell you
Hmm.
something. I got two daughters, and they are 10 and 11, and I speak to them about that shit now.
Hmm.
My daughters be like, I don't know what you telling me this for, cause I'm not looking for no boyfriend no time soon. I let them know, like, just in case, just in case, if I gotta tell you this all the way up until you 100, that's what the fuck I'm going to do. You gotta sit your
Right,
kids down and you gotta talk to your kids. Never be too busy for your kids, and if you are busy, 10, 15 minutes of talk is not hard at all. I'm
right.
sorry. That shit is not
Because they're
hard at
going
all.
they're going to get hot in the ass. Your kids are going to have sex. Your daughters are going to have sex. So
Yeah.
educate them. Educate them.
Yeah,
Let
you
them
have
know
to
that.
educate your sons
Yeah.
too. Your
Hmm.
sons too.
Hmm.
Seriously.
Yes, definitely. Yep.
Cause you got boys that think they got a penis and they good. No.
Hmm.
And I be walking, even mainly at night. Decide to say, oh, babe, sleep. Let me run to the store real quick while he sleeps.
Hmm.
And it's just like, in Queens, it's dark. It's very fucking dark in my area. Very fucking dark.
Hmm.
And it's these little alleyways, it's these little shortcuts, and you just see. Sometimes I see one girl with like 8 dudes,
Hmm.
and it's like, yo, what the fuck? Like I be want to walk up, like, so you okay with being with 8 dudes?
Yeah. She's probably going to do what yeah, but it's a different time. Yeah, she okay with that. They going to do them. That's what it is, I guess. Yeah, this shit is different now. Sex is sexualized. It's okay to be a hoe and a tramp and shake your ass and have promiscuous sex. It's so I guess, they're not telling them that you
But
don't
see,
have to go on a date.
you know why it's like that too, sis? Because I'm gonna tell you,
Hmm.
because there's no more double dutch. It's no more
Right.
fucking hopscotch. Remember we used to draw the hopscotch shit on the sidewalk or
Yep.
even in the street? It's no more
Hmm.
Scully.
Scully, I was just about to say that.
Scully was
It's
the
no
shit.
more
Scully and hopscotch, all that double dutch was the shit. I used to,
mhm,
even as a teenager, I used to teach double dutch. I was a jazzy jumper.
mhm,
I was a cheerleader. I was a stepper.
mhm.
We had
Yep.
these things to
Mhm.
go to after school, to the point where you're so tired. Sometimes you're too tired when you get home to even do your fucking homework
Homework.
or
Yep.
to even be outside in them streets. And then I signed myself up into a church. Me and my god sister went right
Mhm.
to the
The
church
church.
on the corner of my block. I will never fucking forget. It's called the Holy House of Prayer for All People, right there in the hood in
Mhm,
Crown Heights, Eastern Parkway, between St. John's and Howard.
mhm,
Right there. We was on a choir. We was ushers.
mhm, mhm,
They started having us teach for the Sunday school. Dedicated.
mhm.
Dedicated.
Yep. Yeah, Yogi Bear,
Oh yeah, Yogi
2 a.m.
Bear was the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yogi Bear was the shit. But let me tell you something about Yogi Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Right now in this day and age, I will never lie to you. I'm so glad they don't have Yogi Bear no more because yo, one
Yeah,
day I forgot who brought up Yogi Bear. It's crazy since somebody brought up Yogi Bear and I thought about it. I was like, yo, bitch, we was very well unattended. Yo, a bunch of kids on a
yo,
motherfucking bus
on a
going to
bus,
wherever
they
they
would
taking
have gone
us,
get us, girl.
going to wherever they taking us for Yogi Bear. And they was
They
bringing us the fuck back like we had no worries in the world. But
never,
right now in this day and age, I'll be motherfucking damned if I
never.
would allow my kids. Let them try to bring Yogi Bear back. If
Never.
parents are not allowed, my kids will not be allowed either.
That is
Because now
crazy.
I'm not saying back then it wasn't none of that kidnapping shit or none of that um pedophile shit, but it wasn't around like I don't know. I haven't experienced it going to Yogi Bear and all of that shit. I haven't. It was just
No,
fun. We got on a
never.
bus. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. I
Facts,
used to go to
queen.
Fresh Air Fun.
Facts,
Imagine your
queen.
parents spending. Would you send your kid? Imagine sending your kids on a bus to go to a family house that you don't know up in a
Yo,
boondock.
yes,
Remember
you,
Fresh
that
Air
that
Fun?
what was it called? Live away camp or some shit like that.
Fresh Air Fun.
Fresh, yes. Girl,
Fresh Air
I
Fun.
was
I was
like, my
going.
homegirls used to be like, you should know the fuck. I'm not doing that.
I went, girl, and had a good
I
time every
didn't.
time.
I didn't. That's one thing I wasn't doing.
Because it was a way for us to get out the neighborhood, especially in the summertime. You know what I'm saying? You went up there for 2 weeks or whatever, you
Yeah,
know.
that was
Mhm.
2 weeks too long away from my motherfucking mother. That was just me. I wasn't thinking of, oh, what if they do something to me? Because we didn't have those thoughts back in the days.
Nah,
Yes,
it was
Queen, sleepaway
pure.
camp. We didn't have those, but now, kiss my entire fucking ass.
They would violate, girl. They would violate. Oh my God. It's crazy. Even the little things that happen, I'll be like, yo, did that really happen? Like, you really just can't give a F right.
Yeah, people are sick. People are
Mhm.
so fucking sick. And my daughter, she be like, Ma, oh God, when you gonna let me walk to school by myself? Girl, never.
Right,
I'll let you
right,
walk to school by yourself when the school is right next door.
right. And we
I
was
don't play
riding
that
the
shit.
train at her age, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
crazy
different.
out here, sis. Let me tell you. I had got a notification on because Citizens app, they send notifications. It's about, I think it's at 20, 18, 25 fucking people, sex offenders in my area. How is that?
Yeah.
It's a fucking school right here around the corner from my house.
Mhm. No, what? And some of them live with women. A bitch let some of them do it.
Facts,
Who
queen.
took them in? Mm-hmm.
Yo, my daughters be like, Mommy, my friend said, can I spend the night? No, you cannot. And don't ask me again.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Because it's not happening. It's not happening. You see how you watch the fucking news and the father or the mother's boyfriend just coming in the crib wilding out,
The
offing
uncle,
everybody?
the brother, the baby, anybody. These kids are is different. Yeah.
Different. I'll be motherfucking damn.
Mm-hmm.
No, 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 sir, no, ma'am. I don't, and I feel like it's sad
Yeah.
because you should be able to, as a little girl. Back in the days, I was able to spend the night at my friend's house
Right.
with no
Yeah.
problem. My friends
Yeah.
was able to spend the night at my house with no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, and now the fact that you got I don't even when my kids go in my yard. My yard is gated. When my kids go in my yard, I'm in the window like peek a motherfucking bull.
Mm-hmm. You gotta be. Wow.
I'm not playing. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
playing. There's too much going around. And the shit, you know what I questioned? Sis, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna drop the link in case you wanna come up. You know what I questioned also, sis?
I'm
It be
listening
the
to you. Mhm.
huh?
No, go ahead.
I
I'll be
just
waiting.
dropped the link, Queen. You know what's
So
what? Let me tell you something. It's a lot, yo. I don't see this guy no more, but like a good month ago, every fucking morning, it was this every morning, every afternoon.
You
I
was
never
telling
seen
me
him at
about
night.
him.
It used to
Yeah.
be a guy. Remember, a guy
Yeah.
standing on my corner, just standing there. He looked at African like
The
he didn't
African
understand
guy.
English and a little bit of slow mixed with it. And he used to just be standing there, sis,
Mm-mm.
just watching. He went from one corner to the next, the same corner but different sides of the block. You be seeing him still? My son said he still be seeing him.
Mm-mm. Somebody
They
going,
behind the
he
bar,
got a
salute King.
salute behind the ball.
And I'm like, no, wait, no, no. I be like, I wish a motherfucker would. So you know what I do? I walk out my house when I see him on the corner. I put my hand in my motherfucking pocket and I bitch, I do not be playing. I put that face on. I put that I wish a nigga would face on.
Mm-hmm.
Hey sis.
Right.
Hey,
Hey
Queens,
queen.
hey, Queens.
Salute, Queen. Salute,
Nah,
Queen.
my mother walked. My mother, if somebody can't spend the night with us, my mother walked the house all night to make sure my brothers wasn't sneaking in the rooms. My mother, she ain't allowed that. She stayed up all night if somebody else spent the night in our house. My mother ain't play that.
See, I was the youngest child. My sister and my brother was already adults by the time
Mm.
I was like 8. You know what I'm saying? So, and I had my own room. So it was just always, and I only always had like two girls or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right.
My
My
Yeah.
mother,
brother
my
wasn't
mother, my
home. He
mother
was
was
out.
fierce. My mother was fierce. We couldn't spend the night over nobody's house. She wasn't having it.
Hell fucking
She was
no.
she wasn't playing that.
Now
Spend
your
It
look,
was
friend
a
can
spend the
come over
room.
here,
prohibition.
but you ain't going over there.
Right.
My father didn't play that. He said my girls. He said I bought a bed for y'all to sleep in.
It's just so sad how times is nothing like, you know, back in the days, yo, I just had to tell my cousin. I just had to tell my cousin, because let me tell you something. One thing I don't like is you got people out here that feel like when your kids is grown, they're able to just go and do whatever the fuck they want. You ain't got to check up on them. You ain't got
Mm-mm.
to do none of that. Let me tell you something. My motherfucking oldest son, he know I don't play them games.
Yeah.
Sometimes it annoy him. He like, Ma, I'm good. I'm good. Ma, I'm fine. You know I'm good. That's not the point. I'm a mother. I get Citizens app and I watch the news. Every time
Mm-hmm.
I see some
Uh-huh.
shit that happened to a young man, my heart skip a fucking beat, and I'm blowing my son's phone up. Listen, I need you to come home now.
That's right.
What you mean come home now, Mom? Chilling. I'm good. I'm with the guy. Like, I don't care who you with. I need you home right now. I have a bad feeling. I don't like it. Let's go.
That's right.
All right,
Right.
Ma. I'm on my way. Thank you. And I hang up.
But you know what? That's
Next
a
thing you
blessing,
know,
though,
he's
Queen.
home.
That's Queen. That's a blessing because some of these kids are so disrespectful and disobedient. But the
Mm-hmm.
fact that just you could tell your son, "I want you to come home," and he listened to you, that's a
Yeah.
blessing.
Yeah.
That's a
And
blessing.
and let me tell you, I know the type of kid that he is. He's very smart, just as well as he's very street smart. But that shit
Mm-hmm.
don't mean nothing nowadays.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
That
Nope.
shit don't mean nothing nowadays. That shit don't mean nothing nowadays. And let me tell you something. So I was telling my cousin, she's like, oh, cause her son calls me Ma. You know, because I always interact with him. I always sit him down. I always talk to him because he one of them kids that, that be outside and, probably sticking people up or stealing from other people's houses and shit. And that shit not
Mm,
cool. So when you know you
no.
have a kid like that, you gotta stay on them. Don't
Yeah.
allow you gotta stay on them because it could possibly be them on the news. Niggas don't play them games.
Not
Ain't
anymore.
nobody
Mm-hmm.
playing. So
Uh-uh.
she had the nerve to tell me, mind you, he met this girl or whatever. Long story short, I guess I don't know, but she had nowhere to go. She was homeless. She wound up she wound up staying in some shit for what for girls and whatever. Long story short, she was sneaking him in there and she lost that room.
Oh wow.
So now she's really fucking homeless to the point where it's like, girl, how dare you sacrifice yourself and now he has a home, right?
Mm.
He
Mm-hmm.
could go home to his mother whenever the fuck he want, but he don't because he know his how his mother is. So I
Mhm.
had to look. So she like, oh, yep. So your son is got a baby on the way. He got his girl pregnant. I said, oh really? So she's like, yeah. So I had to test the waters or whatever. I said, and how you feel about that? What are you doing about that? Cause like I said, she's homeless, and so now both of them is sleeping out in the street because he knows his mother is not gonna allow her to spend the night there. Mind
Oh
you,
wow.
he's like 24 years old with his own room. Dude, make it make sense.
Right.
Mhm.
So I had
And
to
Mm-mm.
get
people
her
try to
ass.
set you up. They try to set you up, line you up.
It's not
I
even
had,
that. They was trying to be grown and wasn't ready
no,
yet.
it's not even that. It's the fact that shit happens. This boy is 24 years old, but he is still your son.
Mm-hmm.
He is still
Mhm.
your son. So if you know he's out there in the streets, and now that he's sleeping in the street with his girl, he's going to do any and everything that he can to make sure that this girl is eating, that this girl got a couple of dollars, meaning even if he got to steal
Mhm.
from stores and stuff, that's putting
Mhm.
him in danger. That's your son. Why not say, son, come home.
Right.
I'll set y'all up. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Y'all could go down, I'll take y'all down, get y'all some stamps or whatever, put you on cash assistance where you could go to their little work programs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She could even put it to the point in a point where um she can have, if it's so much about money, because these parents is always so much about fucking money from young ass teenagers.
Yes.
Mhm.
You could get it
Mhm.
to where public assistance pay you rent for her staying there.
Right.
But don't allow
Exactly.
them to keep. It's fucking cold. Where are they sleeping right now?
Some parents don't care. They don't care about their kids like the way we care. Listen, the way the world is now, they don't care about these kids the way we care about our children.
And it's
Mhm.
sad. It's sad. This is a boy.
Mhm.
They don't
This is a
care.
boy, and he don't have it. He wasn't taught. She never taught him anything. So everything he knows, he learned on his own from being in the streets.
No,
Mhm.
it's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? He learned everything he know now from being in the streets. She don't teach him anything. Like it's to the point where, excuse me, y'all. She's the type that he can't even come in and go in his own fridge without asking her.
Oh, that's messed up.
He can't go in,
That's
and
weird.
when her boyfriend was staying with her, he complained about everything. So he was very well uncomfortable there. I said, let me tell you something. Never allow a motherfucking man tell you what to do with your motherfucking child. That's not his.
Right. That's even worse because they're gonna treat them bad. They're gonna treat them badly anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because it
Yeah.
ain't their kid. It ain't their kid.
Yeah, he was jealous of him. He didn't want him bringing girls in the house. He didn't want him doing nothing but you bringing girls in her house,
Oh my God.
talking about they your friends, and the next thing you know, this bitch had to find out that they were fucking.
Oh God.
Not
Mm.
only that, but you walked in. Yo, this nigga went out one night. Her boyfriend went out one night. She sleep. She comes in. She wakes up. She goes in her son room to check and see if he in there. But she's the type of parent that she still cleans his grown ass room. So she'll go in there, see if it need to be clean or whatever, or see if he came in. She opened her son room door. Who the fuck was in there? Her motherfucking man and his baby mother.
Oh no.
Wow. Really?
And his motherfucking baby mother.
Mm-mm.
This nigga didn't say sorry or nothing. He jumped up, putting on his drawers.
Oh no.
Wow.
She jumped up, putting on her drawers. And the nigga was
Ooh.
acting like he did nothing fucking wrong. I said,
Ooh.
bitch, you all types of fucking dumb.
Ooh.
Mm-mm.
Jesus. He ain't have
The
no
Mm-mm.
nigga
respect for
leaves
her.
and takes the baby mother home
And come back and get in
and
his
come
bed.
back.
He probably bent her ass over. You next. Unbelievable.
They said
And
he been
fucking
No.
comes
over.
back. I'm
You
like,
next.
dude, you gotta be motherfucking kidding me.
But that
Mm-mm.
he used to that. He used to that. He do that. That ain't
Nah,
no
she
way.
used to that too. She used to that kind of treatment.
But your
Yeah.
son is seeing this and he
No.
can't do nothing.
He don't have no respect for her either. That's the other thing.
Yeah, she
Hopefully the son
allowed
have
that.
respect.
She allowed that.
Listen to me.
She
You
allowed
allowing
Really?
this
that.
to your kid, and your kids are seeing this. You know what I'm saying? You're not teaching them anything. You going back and forth, shit going on with you and this nigga. This nigga is, you not working, he's not working. You know what I'm saying? You do, and no, bitch. I wish a motherfucker would.
Shit. You know I'm sick, right? When you said that the man was in a closet, girl, and you know we was just talking about down low shit. I thought you was about to say something.
Oh no, but that's not even it. Let me tell you.
Oh
The
shit.
the oh here. My the boy I'm telling you about, my little cousin, I'm not gonna say no names. He's the same way.
Mm-mm.
She said
He's
she
the
ain't gonna
same
say
way.
no
That nigga
names.
had a video.
Okay.
That nigga had a video floating across, went viral of him tearing a nigga up. People started going up to her, yo. It was a time when people was going up to her like, yo, I just saw your son. And she's like, what? He's supposed to be in school. Like that little nigga out in school, that nigga right around the corner and some nigga car topping him off.
Oh
Really?
no.
I swear to God.
How old is he? Wow.
Well,
I'm talking.
at that time he was like 16, 17.
These Bambada niggas is out here. You hear
I
me?
tell no lies.
So is this the thing? Like to wow.
And and little boys when they're like that, it goes to their siblings. They touch their siblings. They touch anybody that they can get their hands on. They don't give a fuck. That's mental fucking illness.
Yeah.
So I said to her, you didn't
I
think.
agree with that. I really agree with that because Queen J will tell you. I have a son who is transitioning, and he never mentioned that to me. He never mentioned that he felt that way growing up, and now all of a sudden you're transgender.
You know why? Because back then, to them, it wasn't safe, sis.
No,
It
I
wasn't
think it's
safe to
more
them
to it
back
than
then.
that, Queen. I think it's more to it than that.
What you think? What?
You
What
think
you
they
think?
going like that? We was having this conversation the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Because let me tell you something. A lot of people think that you can't be born that way. And when I say born, I'm not saying you come straight out the pussy. Bad, bad. No.
Mm,
It takes time within your growth. You could be
right.
8 years old and be attractive to a boy. That's
But
very positive. Possible.
I think you live what you learn. Like his biological mother, she was with a
No.
woman, and that's what he saw. He saw a woman with a woman.
I don't
You
I
know,
don't agree with that.
but
I'm gonna tell you why I don't.
let me. Can I finish what I'm saying?
Go
I
ahead.
think that he had when he came to us, he had tendencies like he was he they had she had no men around him. This boy, he didn't know what it was to be a man, and he had nobody to teach him at all. And I think that a lot of these single women, you can't
Queen, I
teach
think
a woman can't teach a man to be a man.
Not true.
You cannot. No, you can't. You
Not
can't
maybe not a
listen.
full blown man.
You can't listen. When I'm telling you, I know this fool. I know this. I know this, and I've seen it. That you can say not true. Your kids got their father in their life, and I know this for. I know this. A boy needs to see a man. It's testosterone and estrogen. All that stuff is it do matter. When women get together, our estrogen it feeds off of one another. That stuff is real.
That's true, but
And,
sis, let me tell.
go ahead,
Go
honey.
ahead.
Go ahead.
No, no,
No, go
no. Go
ahead.
ahead. Finish. I, I
No, no.
wanna, I wanna, I wanna speak to you correctly, and in order for me to do that, I gotta fully hear you out.
So what I'm saying is,
that's beautiful.
if he never had any testosterone to feed off of him to have testosterone when he was young and have a man actually there's when a baby when a boy is a baby A man naturally takes a baby and throws that baby up in the air. That's natural for a man to do. And it causes the baby's brain, it's a thing in the head where the soft spot is, it causes it
Right.
to snap. A woman does not do that naturally.
I do.
That's well,
Mm.
that's you, honey. But I'm talking about you different. I can't speak for you. I'm just saying naturally, it's a natural innate thing for a dad to do that to his son. It's innate in them, innate and natural for a man to throw a baby up in the air and catch them, and it causes that thing in their head to snap. It snaps. It's something on their brain in the soft spot to snap. So what I'm saying is, a lot of kids have not had the experience to have that
Queen,
testosterone.
Queen, I'm sorry to cut you off. Turn down your TV in the back because you can hear the feedback.
That's
Yeah,
me.
not mine. I don't have my TV on.
Yeah, that's me. Go ahead, finish,
Oh, take,
Queen.
I'm sorry. Oh shit, my bad. Some, go ahead.
So what I'm saying is, there's certain things that dads do naturally with their sons that give them a certain amount of, I don't know, a certain amount of zhuzh that make them act a certain way. I'm talking even make them chauvinistic. It make them act like cocky when they raised by their father. And so and I'm not saying that's for everyone, but I think some of us do go through that. So I know what you're saying. I understand, Queen, what you're saying. We say that our boys don't need their fathers. Our boys don't need their dad, and that's not true. Even
No, no,
girls
no, no,
need their
no. I didn't
dad.
say they didn't need their dad. That
No, but
that's
I'm not. Well, I'm saying what I'm saying is like a lot of people discount the father in their kids' life, especially in their first 5 years of their life. So I feel like my son. I can speak for my son. My son never had a man in his life, a man period in his life until he turned a certain age, and then these men. The one man that his mother got was into transvestites. Keep come to find out, and then the other man in her life was turned her out into doing drugs. So and didn't spend any time with my son. So
ah,
I think
shit.
that a lot of that and what I see in my research and what I'm finding out like through dealing with people that's going through like what they go through. I've had three cousins that have gone through down this road. They use it for their pain. They think it's gonna like my I think my baby uses it because he's in so much pain. He
You
don't
ever
like his.
you ever sat him down and spoke to him
Oh yeah, all the time. Queen
about
Jayla,
why
Queen
he?
Queen Queen Jayla will talk to tell you. So excuse me, we talk all the time, and but he's had a lot of psychological problems,
Why the fuck I can't
and
find my
and
phone?
and I mean he was cutting himself in middle school,
Yeah, yeah.
and it had nothing to do with his sexual problems.
That's trauma.
He had trauma from his right. He had trauma from his mother. I mean, how I got him was that the state was gonna take him from her, and they saw that he was getting child support, and they said, "Well, we can't do that. We gotta let the father know that this is the action we're about to take." And my husband looked at me. He said to me, he said, "What do you want to do?"
Right.
He asked me what I wanted to do. It's his kid. And I said, he have your name. That's your kid. Well, for a long time, he doubted whether or not it was his kid or not. I said, he got your name, that's your kid. And I flew down and said, my sister's wedding was the next day. I flew down and got him and flew back the same day. But I didn't know what I was in store for.
I mean, and you should pat yourself on the back for that because who else better than you would have done it? As
Yeah.
long as you let him be comfortable within him and within his transitioning, I think that's fucking awesome. I would never lie to you because let me tell you something. A lot of kids don't have that, and that goes back to me saying I wasn't saying that it's not like maybe some kids will go off of does go off of what they see, right?
Hmm.
But I don't think it's like that for all kids.
Right.
And
No,
I,
I
I
agree with
say
you.
that from experience within myself. When I
Hmm.
was younger, my mom, what? My mother ain't play them bitch games. A bitch, if a bitch ever touched my mother, she was breaking hands. And I and I was never exposed to none of that. I
Mm.
wasn't exposed to none of that. I was going to school, coming home, going to school, coming home. It was my mom and my dad.
Right.
And my very first like was a girl. I
Mm.
would never lie to you. I didn't really give two fucks about boys, but girls, when I would see beautiful girls, I would get excited. My eyes would pop open and I would just be like, yeah, boy. I swear to God. And I didn't see any I didn't even know what that was at first. That's why I never knew how to deal with it. I used to ask myself sometimes like, what the hell? I used to think something was wrong with me because I grew up knowing that women is supposed to be with guys and guys is supposed to be with women, right? This is
Mm.
before I even seen any type of form of gay activity. I mean, not even in my family I seen it. Not out in the streets I've seen it. I've never seen any form of gay activity. Never. And I loved women still to this day.
Mm. Tizzle, you ever think maybe it was like, and I'm trying to be funny, but you ever think that you could have been attacked by a spirit of homosexuality?
No, I don't think that. And I'm going to tell you why I don't think that because that's not always.
No, cause I'm saying that only reason why I
You
say that.
saying that because you don't feel what I'm saying could be true.
No,
And I'm
no,
telling
no,
you.
no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because it run in my family, and my son. I didn't birth him, but I have my sister is a homosexual. My older sister is a homosexual.
Salute, Queen. I love you, Queen.
How
Queen
you
old
just
school
bust
with the
out like that,
she
sis?
said her sister a
She
homosexual.
is.
Going at
My older
anybody.
sister, my older sister, she wanna look like my dad so much. She dressed like my father, for real.
But sis,
Yo,
let me tell you this: you are artists. Y'all have to realize you are artists because artists, me artists, and we debate about this shit all the time because he
All
feel
the time.
exactly how you feel, and I am telling you, sis, it does. I do agree with you on some kids see, and sometimes it's not only that they see. Let me tell you something. My brother is full blown gay, like a vagina. He'll smack the shit out of you if you put your vagina in his face. He hate
so
it.
it so it so it do so I'm gonna say,
But
I'm not saying it's a
but look,
gene,
look,
but
look,
it do
listen,
run in your
listen.
family. It run in your
But
family.
but this is no, that's why I said this is before I've seen any gay activities. My mom didn't even know my brother was gay. We didn't find out until he was already grown. He hid it from us. He used to be with all the girls. All the girls liked him on the block and everything, not knowing that these were just his best friends. We thinking he fucking them. We didn't find out. I was already a good two kids in when I found out about my brother's sexuality because he was never home. But what I'm trying to say is, right, my brother, he told me because I asked him when I found out. But I waited to ask him when I got, comfortable with having this conversation with him. I
Mhm.
asked him, I said, so how did this happen? Because I thought I thought you was a ladies' man. Everybody used to be like, oh, Stevie is so fine. Like, I mean, even my friends, I'm like, y'all little fast ass little bitches. But he told me that he knew he was gay from a little boy. And I said, what
Mm,
do you mean? He said, because one day, he said, my mom would take us to, when my mom would leave to go to work, I forgot this lady name, she would take us and this lady would watch us. And my brother was one of them fast little boys that already knew how to ride the trains at 8 and shit,
mm.
do what he do, he outside. I'm just a baby. And he said he was, I forgot where he said he was, and he said a guy came and started grabbing his penis. This guy that used to touch his penis. And I was like, so is that the reason that's how you turn gay? He was like, no. He said, I knew something was wrong. He said, because, no, I asked him, I said, did you tell anybody? He said, no. I said, why you didn't tell nobody? He said, because weirdly, I liked it.
But can I say it, Sizzle?
Well, wait,
Listen,
look.
oh, go ahead. I'm
He
gonna tell you
said,
something about that. Mm-mm.
he liked it. I'm like, what do you mean you liked it? That was a man and you were a little boy. He said to me, growing up, when he was little, he will always look at men dick prints. He said, I will always look at their prints, and I always found them attractive. I swear to God, sis, I swear to God.
Yeah.
He said, and I always found them attractive. So finally,
Bro was a savage out here. I hear it.
yo,
Right.
dead ass. So when a guy touched him, he liked it. He enjoyed it because he wanted to see what it was like because this is what was in his mind. He told me he never liked the girls.
Come
He
out my room.
never
Mm-mm.
liked the
Come out.
girls. He said,
Come out of my room. Get the fuck. Excuse me. Get out my room.
and that was weird to me. And then he went off the
Get out.
job call. He went off the
Mm,
job call,
mm.
and all the ladies liked him. And he said he was like, "Fuck it," you know what I'm saying? Let me try it because him and his friends they didn't know he was gay yet, and the girls loved him. So he tried it, and he was like, "Pussy stink." He just couldn't do it. He was like, "I couldn't do it." He
Well,
was like, "I
that's
wasn't
why you couldn't
attractive."
get the stink pussy. That's why. Get out. Get
What? You
out of
got
my
some
room.
sense
But
Get
down.
out.
he was never attracted to girls, so he just tried to try to have it as a cover up in Job Corps.
Mm.
So
Was
I
this
said,
time?
so
Did you like? Did you see like behavior?
She said
no,
she
like
didn't
if
know.
you
She
see
said
my
she
brother,
didn't see
like listen,
it.
if you see my brother right now, you'll be like, no fucking way. I promise you that. You'll be like, no fucking way. He knows how to.
Mm-hmm,
He know.
mm-hmm.
He only let his side out around people that know. So like, if you chilling, like if my brother chilling with like 10 niggas, they won't know. Cause he sit here, sit there, be like, yeah, nigga, cause like, but when he
He
around us,
hard. He
like
hardcore.
he be like, bitch, bye.
Like the rappers that may be down low.
Right,
But you know,
right.
but Tisbel, I'm gonna say this: when my cousins was molesting me, I enjoyed it, but they wasn't supposed to be molesting no child.
That's true. But you were it. What they were they boy cousins?
Yeah,
Right. You were into.
and
But
girls.
but how did you feel when the girls did it?
Same way. You touching my
Eh,
cootie, I can't. If I have my eyes closed, you boy
But how
or
do you
girl, it's the
feel?
same thing.
All right. So how do you feel right now about women?
It's the same thing.
No, I'm saying how do you feel right now about women?
And I'm
I'm
not
not
salute.
into
I'm not
women.
laughing at this.
No, I know you not. I know. I'm not into women. Women was not my thing, and I'm not trying to be funny.
My
Like
point.
that was a struggle. Listen, let me say this to you. It was a struggle that I. Let me say this. Things are generational. Like somebody in your family, even certain generations back, had a spirit of homosexuality. Y'all just don't know it.
It's not a spirit, sis.
It is. I'm telling you.
I
I'm
love
telling you, it's a
it.
spirit. It's a
Yeah.
spirit. I'm telling you,
How do
it's a
you?
spirit.
Okay.
Even like you just said, you didn't know your brother was like that until he got older and he was able to hide it. And you said you see, even to this day, you like seeing women, but you married to a man.
Yeah, but he know.
But he know I this because he love you and he accept you for who you are.
Right.
But the bottom line is you like a good woman every now and then. Like you know what I'm saying? Like some
No,
people,
see, that's the
some
difference between me. I can, if I'm dating a man, I'm dating a man. If I'm dating a woman, I'm dating a woman. I haven't been with a
right.
Mm-hmm.
woman. I haven't
But
been
like
with a woman.
a woman. Listen, I was watching a show, and the woman, she was, she was like saying she never told her husband she was bisexual, right?
Right.
But you should have told the man, come clean, and just told the man, listen, I'm bi. Like whatever
Exactly.
you are, like people, like your husband know, okay, that's you bi, but but you dedicated to him.
Definitely.
So the thing is that, but I'm telling you, certain things are spiritual, and we don't realize it's spiritual. Why you think in the Bible it talks so much about homosexuality? Because people were doing this kind of stuff way before we even thought about it.
Yeah, my point.
It's
Yeah,
just a
exactly.
matter. It's just that you got self control over it. That's what the Bible is trying to teach us. Have self control, niggas. Don't fulfill every desire. If I felt every desire, Tizzle, I'd be going out here punching people in their face because they get on my nerves. And I'm dead. I'm sick. Like I'll be wanting to punch. People do stupid stuff, and my thing is, I see myself as punching them in the throat, and they not even seeing it coming. But I got
No,
But
that
why
self
that's a
control.
definite fact. I just
but
feel
we
like whoever
uh,
you are, let it be known. Let that shit out.
yeah,
Don't hide you, because
Like I
at the end of the day, motherfuckers gonna talk about you whether you a dog, a cat, a
anyway.
human.
tell it.
They're
Anyway.
gonna talk about you
Anyway.
regardless.
I know what
So
my
Mhm.
weakness is. I know my
all
weakness.
you
My
need in this
weakness is a
motherfucking world,
good piece of dick when I can get it. But I'm a
and that's a
minister. So
fact.
I can't be going out here fucking people
I
because
mean,
I'm a
yeah.
minister.
Right,
Right.
right.
Then they
But
gonna talk about me. That girl, every time she get a piece of dick, she gonna get it. But I can't go out here riding dick.
I
Right.
mean, to each his own, sis.
No,
Life is
listen
Right.
to
life.
me. Listen now. Listen, I'm gonna say something people gonna say, oh my God, I can't believe she said that. I got a quid pro quo.
A what?
A quid pro quo. You
What's
do for
that?
Quick to
me, I
pull,
do for
right.
you.
Right.
Yeah, like the yeah.
So that's why I don't got a lot of people in my life.
You better not still be sexually active, sis.
You know what I said?
You know
You
what?
do for me, I do for
Mm,
you.
listen, when
I
you
ain't
get
saying,
older, apparently these ladies be doing them. I ain't mad at her. You know what I'm
listen,
saying?
you heard what I said?
Strike
I
up,
got a
be
quid
safe,
pro
but
quo.
do you? What's the quick pro
I
quo?
got a car note, insurance,
Hello.
rent. I got businesses.
Hello.
They can't keep up with me. So ain't no nigga out there can do it.
Not true. You never know, sis.
Listen, hear what I'm saying. Your bag gotta be so big it impress me. I ain't met no nigga yet that have a bag big enough to impress me.
See, why does it always have to be about a bag if
Your
when you got your
bag.
Listen,
own bag?
cause guess
Ain't that
what?
Tyler
Cause
Perry
guess
movie
what?
with that
Cause guess
girl?
what? She asked me a question, Queen. So can I tell her why?
Yes.
Can I tell her why?
Go ahead,
Cause
Queen.
I ain't never been about the bag. I've been about
Mm,
helping niggas out, getting people ahead.
So now it's your turn.
That is, I'm about the bag now. God said,
Hello.
stop
There
being
you
all right.
go.
stupid. Now you
You
already helped so many people out.
you're
Now,
absolutely right. You couldn't have
now
said it no
That's
measure
better.
it.
right.
Now you can measure
That's
it.
right.
Now
Right.
God told us to be a gold digger.
You could not have said it any better.
God
But
told us to be a gold digger. Ruth was a gold digger. What's her name? That the one that was a queen.
I
She
used
was
to
a
be one
gold
of time
digger.
man artist.
Huh?
I used to be one of time man artist.
Listen, I was never a gold
Listen,
digger.
I was.
I
I'm
never, and I always had my own shit, and I still do.
Me
But
too.
guess what? But now these niggas gonna have to measure up beyond me.
listen. I ain't no gold digger. I never been
Well,
one, but I
well, the
ain't
way she
fucking
Listen,
with no
I
sounds,
was
sis,
gold
you need
never
a
digger.
a
fucking
gold digger
celebrity.
until now. I'm old enough
Never.
now to say I'm a gold
Never.
digger. My pastor told me, he said, listen, he showed me all the women in the Bible. He said, what you think she doing? I want a Boaz, not a broke ass. I don't want a dumb ass. I don't want a stupid ass. I want a Boaz.
See, I was like that until I became as a woman. I found myself, I learned myself, and I was like, I want true love.
No,
And to
listen,
me,
I had true love. He
oh, I
died.
know that. I know
He
that.
died. I
I
had a
know that
husband.
part.
Listen. Love will grow with the money.
Nah, I definitely
Never
understand. I
wrong,
definitely
Queen.
understand, sis.
She bullshitting, y'all.
Who?
Nah,
Who
nah,
bullshitting? Who
she
bullshitting,
being,
Queen
she being.
Jayla? I'm bullshitting.
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think you are. I 100% believe you. And the way you're going
I
right.
gave
So
50 something years of my life.
what's your preference, sis?
And what? A man?
Yeah, are you like the you like the guys your age? You like the younger guys?
Just come with the bag. You can be old and almost your foot in the grave.
Cause let me tell
Queen.
you something. Let me tell you something. So in my restaurant, right, we used to have karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
No, we used to have comedy on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Um, game night on Wednesdays, and
Mm-hmm.
Thursdays we would have comedy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a new comedy person came in one day, a lady.
Mm-hmm.
She got on the stage. When I tell you this bitch was funny as fuck, she was funny as fuck. Drunk
Where
and
you
all.
work at? Where you work at?
And
Tell me later.
all right.
I want to come to your job. Tell me later.
So so she came up on the stage drunk as fuck, right? But talking as real as she could get. Long story short, she's a cougar. She don't like guys her age. She don't like guys older than her. She like the little young niggas. But
Mm-hmm.
and my job is only like 35 and up. So it's like you won't catch a young dude in there. So that's what made it
Mm-hmm.
funny. So the guys was like, what the hell? Yo.
She cracking on him, right?
Yes, and she was like, I need me. She said, y'all old motherfuckers can't do nothing for me. She was like, I don't need y'all to pay for nothing. I don't need y'all money. I need y'all to just walk in my house, drop my motherfucking drawers, do me in, and go to fuck home. Cause see, I like sleeping alone. And
Girl,
and
Mm-hmm.
I'm with
she was
her on
like,
that one.
and I don't mind them saying they need a little change. She said, I love taking care of these little motherfuckers. Cause they dicks big.
Mm.
I said, what?
Wow.
So yes,
She
she
mean
was
that
like,
shit too. She mean
so
that shit.
so
Uh-huh.
one of the older guys was like, how old are you? She was like, honey, today is my birthday and I just made 53 years old.
Ooh, okay. But that's what
53
she
years
like.
old, looking like she was 38, 40.
Oh wow.
Beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
bad. But her preference was, she was like, I had enough of y'all old niggas.
Me
I had enough
too.
of y'all. She was like, I want the young ones because I still like to be pounded out. When I tell you them older niggas was in there like
Mm-hmm.
they was shot, mouth dropping and all. But a lot of the guy and then the woman were older women and they was cheering her on and on and on.
That's
Now I'm
right.
looking around. I said, well, what the fuck is this? A whole motherfucking bar full of
Yeah.
cougars?
Not
And
even
you know,
that.
Listen,
They
I
just
don't, I
want
don't,
Tizzle,
more.
Tizzle, I'm
huh?
gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth,
All
being
because she
older.
tired of missionary.
I'm 56, right? I ain't
Right.
got time for these old men talking about, oh, my neck hurt. But he
Or they
down there
need some
eating
damn
it. My
Viagra.
neck hurt. Oh, my back hurt. Listen, get the fuck out of here. You ain't doing me no good. Get out of here. You ain't got no
Yes,
stamina to put it
yes.
down the way I want it. And see, because the older you
Mhm.
get, Tizzle, you're going to see your stamina going to go on 25. And then you get, honey, God gave me a gift. He gave me some, in my family, God supersized our breasts. Yeah. My breast is on
Yo,
10 now. I don't know why.
what happened, right? That happened to me. Yo, sis, she was like, and then you know the little niggas, they don't mind going out getting that bag and coming back, bringing you
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you want,
That's true too. Now
as
that's
long as you
true too.
putting it on them. She was like, but the old niggas, they always talk about, well, what you gonna do for me?
Yeah, being
She said,
cheap
I
in
ain't
it.
got
And
time for that, cause bitch, I ain't
yo,
finna do shit for you, cause you can't do shit for me. I was in there crying, and it made fucking sense. And you got a lot of
yeah,
people.
I'm with
You,
her. I'm with her. Cause
you
listen, this old man, he be chasing me down, right? I'm like, get out of my face. You get on my nerve with your stupid self. Every time I'm turning around, you are you time I turn around, you
That's
go into the
crazy.
fucking doctor complaining about copay and you a damn freaking vet. Why you ain't going to the VA, nigga? Tomorrow I turn
Right.
around, you talking about, oh, I got a copay. You sound real stupid. And then the worst part about it, he living in a boarding house. All the benefits you got as a damn Marine,
Right.
and
Nigga
you,
said, I
you
don't want no benefits.
and you an old dumb nigga. I can't take an old dumb one. You just old and
Mhm.
dumb. Get out my face. Get out my face. Get out here. Oh, I love you. You don't love me. You love the thought of me because I'm mean. I know I'm mean to you. I know I'm mean to you because you stupid as fuck. Come on now. You got all this you a veteran and you don't even know how to use. Listen, we got the PX over here by me, right? You ain't never even shopped at the you going down the freaking Western Beef and you got the PX
Right.
over here and you ain't gotta pay no tax and nothing. You can get
Right.
nice clothes with no tax. Are you stupid? Are
Right.
you
What about
dumb?
right, right,
I
right.
Wait.
can't.
Oh,
I
that's
can't.
it.
Or what
See,
about the older niggas that go to like CVS, Walgreens, all that? They got that fucking card where
oh
you
the
could get stuff. What's
OTC
that?
card, over the counter
Yes.
card. Honestly, I don't even mind that. I don't mind that because you're getting something for free. You can save the money for me. But this,
Right.
you got some sense. This he just dumb. This dumb. Oh, my neck hurt. And oh, the first time he asked me for money, nigga, you asking me for money? Get the fuck
Oh
out.
Damn.
hell no.
You
Bye.
gotta go. Yeah.
And
Will he
I
ask
can't
you?
a
Will he
broke
ask you to
nigga.
borrow $40? He asked you to borrow $40?
Look, not even a four, not even 2 20s. You gonna ask me for $30. A
Oh,
20
he
and
a
a
real
10.
broke nigga.
That's
Yo,
insulting.
he real
Get out of
broke.
here. You get out of here.
That's
That's what
insulting.
I don't like. See, my man was young and ambitious. That's what I like. If you young and you know how to make it squish, squish, squish. That's what I like. Make it.
Sis, oh my God.
Yeah, he said to me, he said, "All right, that ain't never happened to me before." I said, "It's because she loved you. She loved you, baby. She loved girl." Because I was scared. I said when he came home from jail, I said, I hope, because you think when you get older, you're gonna dry up.
Right, right.
Yeah, honey, I had to put a towel on the bed because I was messing my bed up. I said I have to get a brand new bed. I gotta get a brand new mattress.
Yes.
Master, he said, "Ain't never happened to me before." I said, I can't say it never happened to me before. Because when you make me happy, I get happy.
Hello. 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 You ain't telling no fucking lies.
Girl, if the money's right, that's right, baby, honey. She let you know
Ah,
the money.
that's
She let
right.
you know
That's
everything
right.
at home is good.
So,
That's
Queen,
right.
let
And it
me
ain't no
ask you.
motherfucking $40.
uh,
Queen, let me ask you. You ever been with a man or that you thought was down low?
no, I would take him out his misery.
But would you
So
deal with
you
one
never.
that if a
No.
guy told you he was bisexual,
Mm-hmm.
would you judge him or would you give
You
him
know
a
what?
chance?
I wouldn't know. Only reason why is because too many black women are dying from HIV and AIDS because men, first of all, they don't tell the truth and then they wind up doing unprotected.
Right.
And it's putting too many of us women in danger.
Right.
Definitely.
That's my
But even
concern.
the
Me?
heterosexual one is putting us in danger too.
Huh?
I said the heterosexual one is
No, I'm
putting
not
us in
no, I'm not I'm
danger
not I'm
too.
not saying they're not, but I'm saying the
Hmm.
risk
It's
is
more of a
so much
risk with
higher
them. Yeah.
Oh, for
with
sure.
a non-heterosexual man. And I think the risk is just high, period. That's why I'm not out here running around having sex with people because I don't have the time for it. I
Right.
just
Me,
don't.
that makes sense.
I mean,
You
because
gotta
like
find that one good person.
Yeah,
That's
and
a
then
fact.
and sometimes you can't even. It's I just pray, Lord, protect me, keep me. So even with a condom, people
That
don't
them shits
realize that
pop.
The
That's right.
HIV, not even that,
Mhm.
the HIV virus is smaller than the weaving in a condom. So you're still not even safe with a condom because it could go through the weaving of a condom if you leave it on too long. So, you're still
Seriously?
at risk. Yeah, people don't know that.
I never knew
Mm.
that.
Yeah. And then even if they transport the condoms incorrectly, if it gets too hot or too cold, the latex is compromised.
Oh God! Thank God
That's
I'm with the
That's
same nigga for
crazy.
13 years. Cause honey, I don't
Thank
yeah.
play
God
them
I
games.
was right. I got a man
I
because
don't
I don't.
play
That's the
them
shit I don't
games,
have time.
honey.
But listen, I was married to a man that was out going out there, and like he was meeting girls. Back then was like MySpace, and just in general, like you just can't, like, even though we think our husbands and stuff, they doing what they supposed to be doing, like that's why we gotta pray, ask God protect us, keep us,
Yeah,
keep our marriages, keep our husbands, and keep our lives.
yeah, that's true. And another thing, I feel like now that the government, quote unquote, plus us, a lot of people in the community have accepted um trannies, gay guys, like you are
Hmm.
what you are. We accept you. We still love you. Whatever, whoever you are, that's you. So I feel like when the DLs, if y'all see this, that you guys are accepted now,
Hmm.
why continue to be on the DL fucking up people's lives?
Because you know why? They're
They
embarrassed. They're
selfish.
embarrassed. They're
It's
still
selfish.
embarrassed. Even if I'm saying I'm
But if you come
accepting
out in the
you,
open, you could eat ass whenever the fuck you want without worrying about nobody saying,
what?
"Oh,
Nah, they know what people. Cause guess what? People out still judging. Like this girl, I was watching Atlanta Housewife, and they would say Kendra, what's her name? Um, the
I
one that
don't
had the
watch
baby
though."
at 50. No, but she told somebody in private that she ate ass. And then somebody said it out loud. And she's like, bitch, I told you that in confidence. And now they making jokes about her eating somebody ass, you know what I'm saying? But
Oh shit.
people don't want to admit that they eat ass, for
Listen,
pleasure.
listen. Let me tell you. See, and that's the problem with the world. Don't do anything
Mhm.
that you're gonna be embarrassed of.
Right.
That's just my
Listen,
Right.
thing. If you eat ass,
I
you eat ass. I
right.
tell a bitch, yeah, I eat ass. If you suck toes, yes, I do, and do. If you lick the
Mhm.
floor every now and then, if you, yes, I like, cause people gonna talk about you whether you're doing good or bad,
Right.
especially when it's motherfuckers that you don't know or don't care for. You can say whatever the fuck you want, cause bitch, let me tell you something. My life is great. I'm good. I'm living in my life. I'm living in my truth, and that's all
Mhm.
that fucking matters.
Right.
Cause as
Exactly.
long as you make you happy, that's all that matters. As long as you in love with you who you are, never deny who you are. That
Right.
means you're not
Exactly.
okay with yourself.
See, I know me. I know I like a young tenderoni.
It ain't
But
nothing wrong with that.
yeah, but look, about sometimes I'll take a nice mature one if he got some sense. These older ones now, like my age or older, they can be dumb. Like they just get on my nerve. It's just I'm just not interested.
Right.
I'm
You gotta
I'm just
catch that
really
eye. You gotta catch
yeah.
that eye, and that eye gotta catch you. But let me
Mhm.
tell you something. I just feel like it's too long. It's too long now. It's too. Like these DL should have been done came the fuck out. What's better, you coming out on your own, or you being exposed?
But you know what? They think they money and stuff. You gotta remember, a lot of these guys as DLs, they got money.
And you know
They
these DL says they don't know. They don't think that they're gay. That's
Yeah,
what the problem is.
right. They don't.
Right.
That's it exactly. They don't think they're gay, but they don't. And they think because they're hiding it. Like a lot, and I'm telling you, a lot of them, they when they jail, it's because they got money. They're rapper, they're artist, they're producer, they're somebody with money, and they don't want the industry to look at them side eye.
Girl,
Look
the
at P
industry gonna
Diddy.
look at them wide-eyed because they all
Listen,
gay.
listen. P Diddy was on like the internet with a wig on, and
Yes,
like
you seen that, right?
a sequence top on, and drunk
Yo,
as he was drunk and singing.
yeah, sis, when I seen that, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But let me tell y'all this. What the fuck? I'm just seeing this. I just came across a video last night, right?
Mm.
With Diddy, his son, his stepson, the light skinned one. I think that's whatchamacallit's son.
Yeah, her son. It's
I'll be sure.
Yeah, I'll be sure, sir. Yeah.
I think that's his. Yeah, him. So he started a live, right? And he was like, "Happy Easter to everybody." And then Diddy, you see Diddy in the back grabbing a white girl, a little white girl, right? He pulls her to the front. He puts her in a live in front of the camera. He was like, "Tell him who you are. Tell him your name." So she's saying her name. She's like, "And I'm a I forgot the sign she said she was." And he was like, "Tell him your second last name." But she kept saying her name and her real last name. So he told her to say it again. He was like, "Tell him your new last name. Tell him your new last name." And he was like, she said her name, her last name, and then he was like, her second last name is Combs, y'all. He said, "Tell him how we got you or whatever." She was like, "Yeah, my mom and my dad was homeless. We were homeless on the street." She said, and Diddy took me from my parents.
Oh
She was
my
like,
God.
she was like, he took me off the street from my parents,
I believe it.
and plus, she was like, and plus, I play with his kids.
Oh,
Now remember, this is what a lot of people is not saying. Remember, Diddy got twins. Diddy got twin girls, but nobody is speaking of these twin girls, right? So she would play with his twin girls. Even I don't know if her parents was already homeless, however it went. But why would you take in just the child and not the parents? So the way I looked at it as, you paid these parents off for their child.
yeah.
They were
That's what
homeless.
it sound like.
This little girl was a white. She was pure white, and he was like, "Tell them how your life been ever since." And she was like, "My life been great. My life been great." A little
Yeah.
white girl,
That's
and
some weirdo
um,
stuff.
yes,
Mhm.
and I'll be sure, son was still in the back because it was his life. He was looking like, "Hey, yo, whatever, whatever, whatever," right? So then, now I'm still going through shit. So now I see somebody post a video of, because if all right, so before I get to that, I'm gonna say this. So remember when Cassie said that when she was doing these sexual acts with these men for Diddy, he made sure that her fingernails and her toenails had to be white. I don't know if y'all heard
Mhm.
that part.
Oh
I
But
no,
did.
I didn't see none of that.
yes, it was
They
told
make
that her
sure.
fingernails
Yeah.
and her nails, her toenails and her nails had to be white. They had to remain white because white. It was something about, I guess, when she giving head or whatever she doing. The
Mm.
white means neutral. This is why he always have all white parties. White means something to them, right?
Purity, probably purity.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly what it is, right?
Purity.
So you know what purity means when Diddy do his white parties. It's always, if a newcomer come in, they purify them, and by purifying them, they think um letting off. All right, so a lot of times you will hear of royal oats from like Africans or kings and queens or whatever, but they look at it as they will have sexual acts with men, and they will come in their ass,
Mm.
That's
and they
wicked. Oh
call
my
that,
God.
they look at it as they purified them or whatever. You can't be in my stable if you're not purified.
That
So the
remind
ones
me of
that
that
you
movie.
see,
That show on BET Roof.
yes,
Ruthless,
yes,
ruthless.
ruthless, yes. That's exactly how it is. That's why I tell people shows are signs. You have to look. pay attention real close at these movies and these shows because it's basically telling you what goes on in life. But my point for bringing that up was, so somebody did a slideshow of Diddy daughters from young to now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking picture, I lie to you not. Every fucking picture, his daughters' toenails and fingernails were white. Now you
Wow.
know when you a teenager, you not gonna wear white everything. You want to switch it up. You gonna get your nails pink. You gonna get them blue. You gonna get purple. You gonna get you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So the title was "Tell Me This Ain't So." Diddy better the fuck not be, right? So now the twins, you don't hear them in the industry. You don't hear them being spoken of. Even right now, of what Diddy is going through, you only hear people talking about his sons. The twins are not being brought up. Why is that? Not only that, but the twins are wearing, they was like doing like modeling pictures and shit, but their nails were white from coming up till now. Their nails and their feet were white. Teenage girls explore colors. They love colors. White
Mm-hmm.
white is a neutral color. You're gonna get white at some point, but not all the time. Not every fucking picture from young to grown to older
That's crazy.
you're gonna have white nails and white toes. Now, Cassie broke it down and said why she had. I can't remember exactly why she said she had to have white nails and white toenails. They had to be white. She could not get. He would not allow her to get no other color. Right? Do y'all think he's doing the same thing with his daughters that he's doing to that he was doing to Cassie? And the
I
only reason why I say that, go ahead, y'all can
no,
answer
but no,
before I get to the next one.
I was gonna say like growing up, we like I wasn't allowed to wear. I wasn't allowed to wear certain things because of religious purposes, and I could see like him saying, okay, if you're gonna wear fingernail polish, you could only wear white. Like we could only wear like clear nail polish, and
As a
I don't know, I wouldn't correlate it with that. Like
as a young girl, queen, my
I couldn't wear colors. I
I
couldn't wear
could. You a
but I couldn't.
girl. I was able to get
I was a
pink,
girl too.
purple.
I couldn't even wear. Listen, I couldn't wear pants.
Huh?
I couldn't wear pants.
Like jeans.
Yeah, I didn't wear pants.
So you had to
Up
wear
in,
like skirts,
yeah.
dresses.
Mhm.
I never heard that before.
That was my religion. We didn't wear
Yes, some
pants. Women didn't wear
religions.
pants.
Mm.
Oh wow.
I very rarely wore pants.
But see, on your part, that's understandable because it was your religion. But
Yeah.
this is no religion here.
But no, but to him, that maybe that's why how he grew raised his kids. Listen, y'all can't
No,
wear
no, no,
color
no,
nail.
no. I'm not. That's
Now,
why I said
see,
I'm gonna let y'all answer before I get to the
mm,
rest.
But what I'm saying is this: he like growing up, we couldn't wear like a lot of makeup. I didn't wear makeup at all growing up. I didn't wear makeup. They got it was so bad. You remember they had remember the leg warmers?
Right.
They made us take them off before we came into the church because that was considered like pants. So I had to
What's your
take.
religion?
I was Pentecostal. We were holiness, and some people that's raised like that or like that who have been in that environment. Some people they cleave to that, like they know that, and they like I know like Mace. Mace came from that kind of church too, and certain people they like that, like they take that into their lifestyle.
But look, sis.
Mhm.
Now, it's one thing a lot of people don't know. I forgot this girl name. This was the girl that was before. I'm trying to think. Was she? Yeah, she had to be. She couldn't have been after. Kim. She had to be before Kim. What's the son name? Jason Jr. Something like that. I forgot the son name, but it's a J. Start with a J. I think his mother name was Tessa, some shit. I could be wrong. I can't remember. But he was dating her, and it was the same thing for her. Her hands and feet had to be all white. Now he was abusing her. She got it the same way Cassie got it.
Mm. Some men have preference like that. You know, my father died. My father never allowed my stepmother to cut her hair. She was a white woman. She could never cut her hair. And they were together 40 something years.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to tell you is the way Cassie broke it down is when you're doing sexual acts, Cassie was basically being sex trafficked.
I
She was being
understand.
sex trafficked.
Right.
So
I heard her story. Yeah.
so with this is why she had to wear white nails, white toes, and all of that stuff. Right now, he's been with Kim Porter. If you pay attention, Kim Porter.
That was his kid's mother.
Right, her nails
Mhm.
was whatever color the fuck she wanted them as. But
Mhm.
the other son mother, she went through the same shit that Cassie went through, and her nails had to be white. Mind you, the two twins, they are Kim Porter's daughters. That's him and Kim Porter's kids. Why are they not in the limelight? Their mom is gone. Where are they? Why nobody talking about them? And then when you see pictures of them, their toes and their nails are white. When they mom, whatever picture you see her in, her nails are different colors. Her toes is different colors.
You know,
You get what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, but I'm going to say this too. Some women, when they get with these guys, they, and I hate to say that, but some women are okay with being a concubine. And like with this girl, she took that settlement quick, fast, in a hurry. Now, if I'm accusing somebody of sex trafficking me, you can. I want to see you go to jail. I'm not going to take
Yeah,
your blood.
that's what it's going to.
I'm not going to take your blood money. I want to see you punished for what you did to me.
That's what
So
she's aiming for. Sis, you
no,
gotta
she
realize she
didn't. She
sued
took
him.
that. No, she took that. She took that settlement.
What you think comes with suing? Yes, I'm gonna take that settlement and I'm still gonna cooperate with the police.
No,
Nigga,
she
you
did.
owe me. Yes.
No. She signed a non-disclosure when she took that money. He's not going to jail. Do you
Because the
know
state
that?
can pick it up.
No. The
That's
state's
something
not.
that could be picked up.
No. They not. State not picking that up. They made that thing go away.
But then again, maybe she could be thinking like, listen, a part of her, because mentally, okay, let me tell you something. This is what bothered me because I feel like this. Okay, I understand when you're being drugged, there are ways that, people could get you to do what you want to do. I've seen it with my own fucking eyes. I've seen this man do it with my homegirl, his own fucking daughter. He had her prostitute from, he would drug her up every fucking night, put that shit in her juice, and
Mhm.
started pimping her out to the point where now she relied on this drug. She
Mhm.
got used to this drug. She knew it was wrong, but she was already immune to it. She
Right.
hated the
Mhm.
fact of what her dad was doing to her, and she hated the fact that he drugged her because now not only does she rely on the drug, but she became addicted to the drug, and she
Right.
didn't like doing these sexual acts and bringing the money back to her dad, but she needed the drug now.
Right.
So that's very possible for Cassie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna be the one to just fucking bash um Diddy 100% about that. Why is because it becomes a time when okay, you know what the fuck you're doing.
Right.
Granted, even but then I heard I kept doing more and more research. Now Diddy's um security guard was saying that she was trying to go get away, but he will always send them to her. He will always send his people to her and bring her back. beat her ass, drug her up again, and make her do sexual acts. At first, I'm like, nah, this sounded a little bit too much.
Mm.
What made me really believe it was because 50 Cent. 50 Cent, one day his phone go off, check his phone, he sees videos, pictures and shit. Click on him, it's Cassie doing sexual acts with guys, right? So
Mm.
he said, I'm like, yo, I hit up Diddy. I called Diddy immediately, like, yo, Diddy, like you fuck with this chick, like that's your girl. He like Diddy, like yeah, that's my lady, yeah, fuck with her. He like, all right, hang up, I'ma send you something. He sent Diddy the videos that was sent to him. He sent Diddy the pictures that was sent to him of Cassie. Diddy called him right back. Diddy was like, yo, how you get those? Or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? These are
Mm.
being sent out. She even said every time they did something, every time, even when her and Diddy was having sexual acts, it had to be tablets, laptops, cameras set up. They never had really sexual acts besides in the beginning before he groomed her. They never
Mm.
had full sexual acts without it being recorded.
Mm.
She were being recorded, and I mean, she had to do certain things to these men. And let me tell
That's
you
how R. Kelly
something.
got caught out there, right? With the
Right.
videos.
But let me tell you something that a lot of people, which fucked my mental up. It fucked with my
Mm.
mental bad, and it still fucks with my mental still to this day. Right? I'm gonna try to make it short because I don't want y'all to say I'm talking too much.
No, it's okay.
So
Y'all good, sis. I'm listening. Mhm.
a girl just mysteriously came out of the fucking blue on YouTube. One day I just happened to let me click on this shit. She was talking about sex trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
She was tooken,
Mm.
right? She
Mm.
named so many motherfuckers. She named Joe Biden.
Mm.
She named the big top dogs of
Mm.
the government, even industry people, right? Boom. So I'm listening. So she's like, she didn't say, maybe I didn't hear or get to the point on how she got away finally. But Joe Biden had sex with her. He sexually molested her. He sexually touched her. These big niggas was touching her. But she got kidnapped. She had to have sex. She was getting drugs. She had to have sex with these high managed men. She was
Wow.
being sold, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black girl, right? And
Wow.
now I'm going deeper. She's doing more videos, right? So now she's talking about how now she's with another person. Now she's living with, this is a white lady. So her and the white lady is live, and they like ever since she got out, ever since she got away, the lady that she's with is the lady that helped her get away. She was helping her, whatever. This lady is white. So now it be people coming up to the doors with packages, acting like no, hopping the gate, going to the door, to well, could you please open up? We have a package for you. But she said I'm not stupid because they've been following me and looking for me ever since, right?
Wow.
So one day, this girl and the lady that she's staying with, they was driving a car and the police just pulled them over. Weird shit. So they asked him why was they pulled over, whatever. The cop had no explanation whatsoever, right? So she brought up a situation and the fucking police already knew about it. He was like, yeah, I know. The guy was at the door. So they like, how do you know that? We never called the cops. Cops never came to the house. How do you know that? Creeped them out, right? So boom, now I go look at another video of her. But this video says, this is the banger. This video says Tupac's daughter, um, I can't remember, but what caught my eye was Tupac's daughter. I don't like lying, so I'm not gonna just throw anything out there, right?
Right.
So I'm looking at this girl, right? I'm like, yo, this look like the same girl that I was watching. Like this looked like the same exact girl that I was watching who said she was sex trafficked. They kidnapped her. She was sex trafficked. They had her locked up. This, that, and the third. Joe Biden fucked her. These high celebrities, top white. What's going on here? Let me go back. And I went back. And it was her. And this girl happens to be Tupac's fucking daughter. So now I go to Tupac's picture. I'm like, you can't be fucking kidding. And she looked exactly like Tupac, right? So she's like, so now this interview, she's basically saying that she felt like that was her sacrifice. Instead of her being killed or whatever, she was sex trafficked, right? Now she said she fought her father because him being in the industry is what got her in the predicament that she was in. She was like, this girl was like, my daddy ain't dead. She put that shit out there. My daddy ain't dead. She said my father's not dead. Tupac is not dead. I said, wow, that makes a lot of sense because Suge Knight said the same motherfucking thing. Suge Knight said the same motherfucking thing. You know how many celebrities was out there saying that shit?
And he's not dead?
Yes. Yes. And let me tell you something. A lot of people don't listen. They don't listen to all. No, people don't pay attention or listen to Orlando Brown because they feel like this nigga geeked up. He just talking just to talk. No, nigga. Believe that man. If you realize some motherfuckers on drug always speak the truth. That's all they know how to do. They speak on experiences. They speak on the shit that fucking with their mental. When you high and you off on drugs and you fucking speak, that shit is real. They speak on all they know. But the I ain't gonna say their name, but you know who I'm talking about. The higher ups, they know that people are gonna look at because we're what's that word? I hate when I forget shit. Basically, they know that we are gonna look at this nigga like this nigga geeked up. This nigga just talking just to talk. Y'all
Right.
think that nigga was lying when he said Bow Wow has some good pussy?
He
That
said
nigga
Bow
wasn't
Wow.
lying, and you want me to tell you how I know that nigga wasn't lying? That nigga wasn't lying because he, Bow Wow's reply was stupid as fuck.
But Bow
Bow
Wow's a
Wow
good girl?
reply.
They said
Yeah,
Bow
he
Wow.
replied off of that. And then when he said Diddy gave him the boot, Diddy ain't replied. Diddy ain't saying motherfucking thing.
That
Bow
was
Wow's a
crazy that he
girl?
said that.
You
I ain't
think?
gonna lie to you. And Orlando Brown is married with children. But people looking at this man, and he not even on drugs no more. But people still look at his mental's fucked up. He's still a little off, but he not on
Mhm.
drugs no more. When you grew up as a fucking kid in this industry and you had to deal with all these men touching you and doing things to you, it probably was, I don't put it past some higher up fucking woman either.
Yeah, no, listen, I wouldn't put it past nobody. That I wouldn't put it past him being a girl.
I'm telling you, you'll be surprised at why nobody is highlighting those fucking um why nobody is highlighting those fucking interviews of you know whose daughter. I'm confused on that. Nobody is talking about it. Nobody is highlighting this, and I seen this shit months ago. I seen this shit. Just like yo, it's so much shit coming out to the light right now. The industry is crazy. Just like yo, nobody knew Mary J. Blige was pregnant by Diddy. Nobody knew that.
Look, hey, let me tell you something too. Your live keep clicking. Somebody clicking in on your live.
Trust me. I believe you. That's why I was about. That's why I started saying you know who instead of saying names. I'm
Yeah,
gonna stop saying names
yeah,
because
your
the
live
last
is
time when I spoke about certain shit, they took my live down. They took it down, took it away. Let me say
yeah,
this.
your live
They
is
took it down, took it away because
your
they don't want
your
people to bring reality into reality.
yeah, your live is clicking like a mug,
Mhm.
girl.
So yeah, but let me tell you something, and that's the sad part that we got to be afraid to talk certain ways or afraid to talk about shit that's out there. It's
Yep.
like, god damn, this shit is already out there, but if we speak about it, we wrong, or we gotta walk outside feeling like, oh, somebody is watching us because we hip. because we know shit. Ain't that what we supposed to be? Like I don't get it. I don't understand it. You can't speak on certain stuff. There's a lot of people that's speaking on a lot of stuff.
That was funny. Soon as you started talking about certain people, your live started clicking.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that. But let me tell you something. When you a child of God and you stand on what the fuck you stand on,
Uh,
I rebuke.
Amen.
I rebuke.
Hmm.
I rebuke. And let me tell you something. One thing about me is I'm a fighter and I stand on something.
that's
Reality is
right.
fucking reality. Y'all can't change that.
That's right, Queen.
Y'all had us fooled, but for us with our third eye open, we listen.
That's
We know
right.
what it is.
Yep.
We know what it is. Y'all can't keep keeping us blindsided because clearly we were meant to know what's really going on.
That's right, Queen.
Because not everybody have that motherfucking gift of having a third eye, paying attention
That's
to what the fuck
right.
life
Tell
Talk,
really
it.
Reverend.
is
Talk.
or what the fuck is really
Yes.
going on.
That's right.
Hmm.
Y'all want to shut people up. Why? That's just like these DL motherfuckers. These motherfuckers is gonna like real shit. That's like
Yep.
these DL motherfuckers.
Hmm.
Like don't shut us up about reality that y'all putting in our face, but we
Right.
can't talk about it.
Right.
If they spoke their
Motherfuckers just
truth,
wind up disappearing and shit.
speak their
Like
truth, right? We
Like,
tell
come on, that shit makes no sense. Y'all want
yeah.
to brainwash us. Then when we're unbrainwashed and our
Good.
third eye's open and we see what's going on and we know what to believe and what not to believe, we gotta look over our shoulder. I wish the fuck I would. Not me being a child of God.
Amen. Okay.
Mhm.
Not me being a child of motherfucking God. I promise you that.
Hmm.
Tell them,
Cause
And
we
see,
Tim.
already
you
got.
talking about
We,
download and AIDS. Today is a National AIDS Day. You could go get tested. So
that's
yeah.
crazy. I ain't even know that.
Yeah, I'm December
You
1st.
know, Jay, you said what you said. You know, my brother was a national AIDS czar, and he worked with several presidents in advocating for free AIDS testing and stuff. We used to have a place where people could come and get food. They could get
Yeah.
welfare. They could get welfare through us. We
Yeah,
were.
my aunt like that. I think she's a I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't know if it's an alpha, beta, or it's another word, another
AKA,
name.
AKA Alpha Kappa Alpha.
Yes,
Uh-uh. Yeah. My
I
brother,
think that's it. That's my aunt is that. My little her daughter, her son. He's an alpha, beta. He's all of that. Let me tell you something. My family is in a range of being within everything. My aunt went from being a first grade teacher to a third grade teacher to teaching junior high school to being a principal. And then after the principal, what is she? Now she's a commissioner,
I fed
school
you one.
commissioner, or some shit like that. But
Yeah.
when you are alpha, you are alpha. When you go to college and you become one, you one for life.
But
You know what I'm saying?
Martin Luther King was an alpha, Alpha Phi Alpha.
I think it's an alphabet. I gotta look at her pictures. I don't want to say the wrong
The
things, but
Alpha Phi Alpha is the guy that's the black and gold. That's
no, the
Martin.
alpha. Yeah, her son is that. My
Yeah.
little cousin is an alphabet, but her daughter, I can't remember.
What is it? Is it pink and gold, pink and green? What's
I'm
the
not
color?
sure. I see them wear red a lot.
That's Delta. Delta Phi
Delta. Yes,
Delta.
that's what she is.
Yeah, Delta.
Yes, yes. If it's not red, it's white. I see them.
Red and white. The colors is red and white.
Yep.
That's Delta.
And she's affiliated with so much shit. She live right there, in Long Island, Queens. She's affiliated with so much fucking stuff. And when I tell you this woman is so motherfucking powerful, I got it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And
All my cousins are Deltas.
yeah, and she's in the same like me and her. Like she introduced me to Clubhouse.
Oh,
Cause she be
okay.
on Clubhouse. I never used to go on Clubhouse, but she was like, "Yo,
Clubhouse is still going.
yeah." She was like, "Nisi, let me tell you something. You so powerful, you don't even fucking know it." She was like,
Mhm.
"Come to Clubhouse." She used to send me links to certain I guess streams on Clubhouse for me to
Uh huh.
join and talk my word. She was like, "Yo, they need to hear a lot." I'm glad that your eyes is open and that you know exactly what's going on in the world. But for some reason, Clubhouse just wasn't for
Don't
me. It
go
was
on
too many.
Clubhouse.
Nah, Clubhouse just wasn't for me. It was too many people. It was just I don't know. I didn't like
Like
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse,
So
I didn't like Clubhouse. I went on Clubhouse a couple of times, but I didn't like it.
yeah, me either. It just wasn't for me. But yeah, I just want to say this is yo.
I want to thank you,
This is
Heavenly
really a
Father,
this is really a
for
cruel
shining
cruel.
your light on me.
That's my shit. I just
You
I just
want
want to say
someone who really loves me.
I just want to say this world is so cruel. And yo, we gotta really watch out. Yo, let me tell y'all what I wish I had a computer. I would post it. So I get my aunt. She sends me a video in my messenger, right? And the headline of it is "Watch Your Children." So it was this lady. She was like, "Pay attention to what these schools are teaching your children," right? So it was a little flyer thingy that, like a little booklet thingy that this school was gave out to her grand. No, no. She got a no. She saw the video. That's what it was. Somebody posted the video, right? So they was like, show this to your children. So she showed it to her grandkids. And her granddaughter was like, Grandma, they've been teaching us this since kindergarten. I already know about that. So she's like,
What?
what you know about that? No, no, don't listen to that. Let me tell you what the fuck it showed. The little booklet was what to do if a stranger walks up to you. When you open a fucking booklet, it says, don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid.
Yo, don't be afraid. It said don't be afraid. Then it was and the shit that's weird is they was saying they was like he just want to be your friend. Talk to
What?
him. Yes, he just want to be your friend. Talk to him. They said don't call him a pervert. Don't call him. It says don't cry, don't scream, because that would agitate them. It said don't. Yo, it was fucking crazy. I'm gonna add you to the group chat. Yo, it's so crazy, and I'm gonna send it in there. It's crazy, and I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This is what y'all teaching the kids in school, that it's okay to
Not
fucking
the
sit
black
there and
school,
talk to
they not.
strangers.
They ain't teach that in no black school. If
Fucking
I see the see,
ridiculous.
I work with my school district. They know not to hand out buffoonery out because they know I'll be up there in a board meeting in a
Posted
heartbeat.
the jump. Salute to you. Posted the jump. Thanks for tuning in. And it's fucking sick. So now y'all teaching fucking kids that it's okay if a fucking stranger walk up to you. It's okay to have a fucking conversation.
Nah, they teaching our kids how to open themselves up to pedophile. Cause only in
Yes.
only in
Yes.
our neighborhood we don't challenge damn pedophiles. See, my neighborhood I challenge it. Why we got pedophiles over here by our school?
Yes.
What we
And
doing about it?
and let me tell you why sometimes in my neighborhood I get a little wary and a little scared because my where I live at is so fucking quiet. If I go outside right now and drop a fucking pin, you will hear it. And I'm not on block, like it's blocks of blocks. So where even in the summertime, if you go outside, you're not going to see people sitting outside chilling, having fun. You're not going to see none of that. I'm around a bunch of older people. You know what I'm saying? If they got teenage kids, they teenage kids is probably out and about or in their room playing video games with their fucking friends. Let me tell you something. So when my daughter be like, "Could I go out?" Nobody gonna see nothing. I look out my window every motherfucking day, all day, and I don't see not a soul looking out there. Not a soul looking out there. I be motherfucking damned. And this is why a lot of stuff, this is why a lot of shit happens. This is why people know, they know what area to go to. They study shit. Motherfuckers just don't be newbies. They don't be
Mhm.
newbies. You gotta study areas. You study. You look, you park up. Fucking take your car lights off and pay attention. Who gonna look out the window at what time? Who gonna do the who coming
Exactly.
out their house at what time? Who doing this?
Hmm.
Who doing that? And the next thing you fucking know, they already got shit mapped out, so they already know if they get a fucking kid, they shit not cool. And then we think that they're just kidnapping kids for sex trafficking. It's so many reasons why they are taking kids. Not only is it sex trafficking,
They doing it for
not only
company.
is it organ donating, but do you know that they eat children?
Yeah. Not even that. Not even that. These people so lonely. They stealing people kids for company. So they ain't got no family. You know how many people die with no family? They stealing your kid because they lonely and they want company.
Yo, it'd be
You know how many
crazy.
people kids they done found alive, chained up in the basement of somebody daggone house?
Else's house, yes. And that's why sometimes a lot of people be like, yo, I want to live in the suburbs. Nigga, that's where the fuck it be going on at. You know, when I be seeing these motherfucking movies and they be having, they got a special made motherfucking basement to where you can't hear shit. My motherfucking godfather, he built houses. He an architect. This motherfucker had the nerve to build his house that he living right now in Pennsylvania. Mind you, the next house from where he's at is like miles. And his motherfucking house is soundproof. Why? I don't understand.
Cause he
You
don't
don't
want to hear.
blast
He don't want
music.
to hear. He don't want to hear nothing. Some people like that.
No, 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 no,
She
no,
said
no.
no. She
He's
said
not
no.
the type to blast motherfucking music. He's not the type to have his motherfucking TV loud. He don't like nothing loud. Why build your house soundproof? And when I asked him that, he told me so that the neighbors can't complain. What are the neighbors complaining about? Bitch, the next houses is not that close to you. You don't like loud TVs. Mind you, another weird theory, he has speakers built into his ceiling. Like his whole ceiling, half his ceiling is full of fucking speakers.
And he know why. And can I tell you why? He just want to tell everybody that's what he did. Oh, my house is soundproof. I got my speakers in my ceiling. People like to brag, even if they're not
No,
using it.
me and
Even
my
if they're
little
not using
sister,
it.
me and my little sister seen him building it.
Yeah.
So when we seen him doing a soundproof thing, we asked him, "What is that? Why are you putting that there?" He said, "Oh, that's soundproof. Why is it soundproof, right?" So boom, let me tell you, I caught a motive mentally in my head because my godmother who passed away, God bless the dead, God rest her fucking soul. She was his woman, right? Now her
Mm.
daughter, who is my little sister, she looked at him as a stepdad or whatever. He did any and every fucking thing for us, right?
Mm.
So now that I'm grown, he used to still call me, "Tay, where you at? Home? All right, come downstairs in 5 minutes." I come downstairs in 5 minutes. He got food because he know we love his cooking. He got food for us. He giving us 200 apiece. This is just for nothing. But we're not looking at it as nothing because that's my little sister's mother's ex-boyfriend. And he look out for us on a regular. Why
Mm.
one day he comes, now my sister is no longer living with me. He comes, "Hey, come downstairs." So he passing me mad shit. I'm like, "What's this for?" He like, I was just thinking about you. He's West Indian or whatever. So I'm sitting there. Next thing you know, he's like, "When you gonna be my woman?" Now, mind you, I said Godfather. I said, I
I
said,
was going
I
to say,
said,
oh no.
I said what? Excuse me. What are you talking about? He said, "When
Excuse
you gonna
me.
be my woman?" He said, "You already know I could take care of you. Look what I do for you now."
Oh
You know I
no.
got money and all of this, that, and the third. When I tell you I got so fucking uncomfortable at that moment, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know what to do because I already had the 350 in my hand. But this was before he came and said all of this. I'm thinking my God that coming at me because it's what he normally does. When I tell you God was with me because my baby father came creeping up. He came creeping up. He on the side of the truck like, who the fuck is this shit? So he came creeping up. So my godfather pulled out his shit. He like,
Oh
he
no.
like, he like, sit back, sit back, sit back. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Pull out, pull his shit out. So he just sitting and he like, as soon as this motherfucker comes to my window, I'm taking his head off. Now I'm lost, I'm confused. What the fuck is going on? So now my baby father pops up at my side, the passenger side of the window. Now he knew who my godfather was because even when I would be at his house, he would come and bring me whatever I needed, whatever. If that boy wouldn't have came, I don't know what the fuck he would have tried or whatever. And he used to always try to get me to come to his house in Pennsylvania. And I'm like, no, I'm not going there. I'm like, no. He like, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna build you a little sister house right next to mine, and this, that, and the third. Girl, I haven't spoken to him ever since. My little sister, she was like, I never even told my little sister because I didn't want her to look at him different. Because he don't come to her like that because that's his stepdaughter. So she don't fucking know. But she was like, Tay, such and such. I don't want to say his name. Fuck that. She's like, Max was like, keep asking for you, keep asking for your number. And you know me, I'm not gonna give your number out. Just to give it out or whatever the case may be. I was like, nah, I'm good or whatever. Whatever. She was like, what's going on? We had an argument. You never know who's really out for you, yo. It could be a fucking family member. It could be somebody close. It's always the ones close to you that get close to you, and they really got it out for you. They either want you or they gonna find a way to try to get you. That's why I don't play games with my kids. I don't play them games with my kids. Don't go nowhere. When I tell y'all my kids stay within my home, even when family members be like, "Oh, so we gonna come pick the kids up? You mean y'all gonna come pick us up?" And I know my family not like that. I'm just like that. I'm mentally fucked up because of the world. That's how the world. That's how society got me. When I see all the shit that's going on and that's happening with these kids, I don't play those motherfucking games. You hear me? I
Mm.
don't. And a lot of kids be afraid. So I tell my kids, I seen a story where a fucking teacher was groping a fucking little girl, and the little girl at one point became okay with it because she thought it was right because he made her think that way. He groomed her so
Mhm.
good to the point where he made her think that way. When I saw that story, I ran to my daughter so motherfucking fast. I said, let me ask you a question. So any of your teachers touch you? How many white teachers you got? I ain't gonna lie. One day I got so motherfucking scared because my daughter was like, yeah. I was like, what? I'm like, what the fuck you mean? Where? Like, where he touched you at? He touched you? She was like, no, mommy, he would just grab my hand and just like put me in line or whatever. I said, no, when I mean touch, I mean touch. I mean like in a negative way, in a way where you should not be touched. She was like, oh no, mommy, you listen, you don't have nothing to worry about. You taught us well. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you could teach your kids as well as you could. But
Yep.
that
They
grooming is
forget.
real.
They forget. They
That
forget.
grooming is
They
yes.
forget.
That grooming is real. And let me tell you something. Who is best to find out so much about a kid other than a teacher at some point? See
Cause
Mm.
they
what
have more access to our kids than we do.
exactly. And then you see
Mhm.
what type of snacks they come to school with. So you learning, you paying attention, you learning on what they liking and this, that, and the third. No, I
Mm-hmm.
don't I don't play I don't play them motherfucking games. I don't play them. No, I don't. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. I
Mhm.
don't. If a teacher ever even asks you
Nope,
to
nope.
come in the room alone with them, you better the fuck not. You better go tell a teacher, and you could have been wrong, but you gonna find out when you tell.
That's right.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I
Mhm.
don't. Mm-mm, I don't play them games. My kids, they already know. They already know. I sit them down, and I see that's the problem with these families nowadays. They don't find the time to sit their kids down and talk to them.
Right.
Right.
Communication is key. That's why I always give my kids a freedom of speech. I want y'all to let me know exactly how y'all feel because sometimes as parents, we can fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
And I want
Mhm.
y'all to let me know as my child, like, mommy, what are you doing? Or I want y'all to, daddy, what are you doing? Or auntie, what are you doing? Like, I want y'all to have that freedom of speech. I want y'all to be okay
Exactly.
with letting us know if y'all think we're doing something wrong.
I'm glad they didn't like my daughter. But my daughter, honey, she spoke up. They ain't like they said, she's so fresh. Hey, thank you. Good. She tell you, get your hands off me. Don't touch me. I don't like to be
Right,
touched.
right,
I don't
right,
like to be touched. She told them in a
right,
heartbeat. They didn't like, oh, she's so fresh. Yeah, thank you. She's supposed to be fresh.
right.
She supposed
Damn
to tell
right.
you,
And
she supposed to tell you she don't like you touching her. Don't touch her.
right, and that's the fucked up part. Because a kid speak up, they gotta be fresh,
Right.
or they gotta have a fresh mouth, or they disrespectful. No, you're the disrespectful one. Because
But
if you wasn't
violated
doing
her.
something out of
Violated her
pocket,
privacy.
right? If you wasn't doing something out of pocket, my motherfucking daughter wouldn't have had to say, "Don't touch me."
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Cause my
Mhm.
daughter tell you in a heartbeat. Excuse me, can you get your hands off me, please? And
Seriously,
she say please and thank you. But she tell you in a heartbeat, get your hands off of her.
don't touch
Yeah.
me. Or my daughters be like, "Ma, I'm going in the room because I feel very much uncomfortable."
Yeah.
And sometimes it don't gotta be nothing. It's just the fact that when you plant so much positive shit in your kid's head,
They
at some
know
point they
better.
don't even want to be around certain things
And that's what she
or
used to say.
certain
She, you
people.
know what she said? She would say to me, Mommy, I don't like this conversation these adults are having. I think it's time for me to leave. It's not. You know what she say? This
Very
is not a
good.
child. She said, this is not a child's conversation, Mom. It's time for me to leave.
Seriously, and I don't have company like that. So, um,
I don't
it
either.
got to a point where my kids walk right the fuck out. Or if sometimes as parents we slip up. Your kids could be so quiet in the living room, sitting on the couch, and you just
Hmm.
chilling, and y'all just having a certain conversation, and you not realizing that your fucking kid right there. And you don't even at some point that shit is amazing when you don't even gotta say get the fuck out. When they hear certain conversations, they be like, "Up, I'm out." And then you be like, "Oh my fucking god." Did you
Yep.
hear anything? You know what I'm
That
saying?
was my daughter. My daughter be like, Mom,
Yeah.
this is not a child's conversation. I think it's time for
Yes,
me to leave.
yes.
Ladies,
My son.
I'm
So my
sorry.
daughter wouldn't leave. My daughter wouldn't leave without asking permission to leave, you know?
Hey,
Yeah,
ladies.
I
I'm
don't play them
sorry to
games.
interrupt. I'm
And
sorry to interrupt y'all. John just got home. I gotta drive down. But I'm
Okay.
still listening. I'm still listening. This is great conversation.
all right,
And I
sis, we
love
here.
y'all. Salute to y'all for sure.
Queen,
Uh-huh.
Queen Sebastian, you want to drop or you want to finish off?
I'm here. I'm here. I think
Hey,
we
yeah.
saying some good stuff that people need to hear. You know,
Right,
like no
right.
people don't talk about it. Like that's why the kids is doing whatever they doing. But people not talking real. You know, we talking baloney and bull crap that don't
Yeah,
mean nothing, and that's why our kids are suffering because we're not having a real conversation. And I think that
seriously,
this conversation needs to fall in the hands of the right people to know,
that,
grow up and watch
grow
out for your
up
children.
and it's embedded in men too.
Mm-hmm.
It's embedded in men too, and I say that because let me tell you something. I always tell these, I always tell people whether if it's young girls or whether if it's grown ass women. I tell people your relationship will be a lot better if you learn your person before you go deep, before you get deep in with them.
Right.
When you learn your person, when you learn your person's background, you would know why they are the way they are.
People got mad with me because I said, and I sure did. When I meet a guy, whatever, and it depending on how far we go, I run a background check.
You motherfucking right.
Hell you here.
You
I'm not
motherfucking right.
I'm playing that game. I want to know, have you like you are you telling me the truth? I had when I first met my second husband, he didn't even know his driver's license was suspended over something stupid that he could call and settle right away.
You right. Let me tell you something. My I had this homegirl. she was dating this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now the shit that's so crazy is he introduced her to his family. His family knew the type of guy that he was, but not one of them told her.
Mm-hmm. That's what
Right?
they do.
Now this man was a sex offender. He was a fucking pedophile,
Oh
and his
God.
target was little girls. Right?
Oh no.
Because he knew these are the kids that he could get into. It was so real to the point where he was even locked up for sexually molesting his fucking. I think at the time his daughter was like 6 months
Oh
or some
no.
shit like that.
Oh no.
And um, so um, I'm hearing this, and she comes and she chill with me. Now I know his family. Well, we all know his family or whatever the case may be. So
Mm.
when she's telling me that she's dealing with him, I was like, yo, I've been hearing certain shit. You gotta watch out. He's like, oh no, I better question his family and ask his family about him, and they say he's a good guy and this and that. Third, I looked at her. I said,
But she gonna tell you the truth.
right. I said that's family. So now when I'm hearing more certain shit, I'm like, yo, I told her. Like I'm not that's the type of bitch I am. I'm gonna tell you, I don't give a fuck if a motherfucker feel away or not. Listen, this nigga did such and such to his own kid.
Oh
This
my
nigga was on the sex
God.
offenders list and everything. Do you know this girl still dealt with him because he denied it because he said it was a lie? I said, all right, right? So boom.
Mm-hmm.
One day she come to my house with him and I'm just looking at him. Immediately when that man walked through my door, I'd be like, go to fucking y'all room to my kids quick.
That's right.
It got to a point when they seen that man walk in my motherfucking house, they ran straight to the back.
That's right, girl.
I would never fucking lie to you. Now
That's
I'm
right.
not sure if this shit is accurate, but I'm hearing about it, and just in case if it is accurate,
Mm-hmm.
she won't be around mine, right?
Not around mine. That's right.
So in my head, I'm like, whether you know if it's accurate or not, don't you think it's still unsafe for allowing this man to still come in your house?
He
So I
don't
hit
come.
her
He
up. I
not
said,
coming to
look,
mine. He not
right.
coming to mine.
So I hit her up. I said, look, I was doing some thinking because it was on my conscience. I feel like if anybody walk in my house, I should not be afraid for my kids.
Right.
I don't like that. I said, so if you ever want to come, when you ready to come here, come alone.
Right.
Let that nigga pick you up, or he could drop you off and dip. But he's not coming in my house.
That's
You don't
right.
want to listen to the shit that I'm telling you, but I'm not. No, I'm not comfortable with him in my house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, girl, this bitch calls me out of the blue, furious. You hear me? I'm like, slow down, calm down. What the hell is going on? Calm down. What's going on? So she goes and tell me, did y'all see him? I'm like, see who? She says his name. I'm like, no, we didn't see him. What's going on? She was like, I'm going to kill this man. I'm like, what happened? So long story short, her niece, she used to come and tell us, oh yeah, I'm at work. He go pick up my niece from school. He babysit
That's
her
how they do. That's
up
how they
until
do.
up until this time, until my sister get there first, and then my parents to get there, whatever. So I'm telling her, I'm like, yo, I just gave you all these accusations, and you allowing this man to pick your niece up from school and take her home and watch her. So nothing I'm saying to you is sticking. Okay. So that day when she called me furious, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what happened. Her sister, because remember I told you this is her niece,
Mm-hmm.
her sister's daughter. They all live in the same household. So the sister, every once in a while, as a parent, you're gonna go through your kid's phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the little girl, her niece, was texting her friend from school. And the friend from school was scared. She kept texting her. She kept texting my homegirl niece like, I'm so afraid. I just, sometimes I just want to leave. from here.
Mm.
So my homegirl niece is like, why? What's going on? Why would you want to leave from your own house? She's like, my uncle, he just keep touching me.
Oh no.
And I don't like it. He won't stop touching me. He won't leave me alone, and I don't like it. So my homegirl niece, she goes, oh, I understand exactly how you feel because my uncle does the same to me.
Oh
Now
boy.
this is my homegirl's sister reading her daughter messages and
Mm-mm.
her phone. She was like she was like my uncle does the same thing to me, so I can relate to you. And she was like, and you know, I haven't told my mom yet, but I don't like it. I hate it.
That's the
But
sad part about that.
she got used to it. So look,
Yeah.
so now the mother got furious to the point where she ran to her daughter's school. Not only did she go to my homegirl and wow her up,
Mm.
but she ran to my homegirl niece's school and took her out of school early, and she's asking her these questions, talking to her. So at first she was like denying it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know they tell them don't say nothing or we gonna get in trouble. Like they tell
Mm-hmm.
them whatever the fuck they tell them. So long
Right.
story short, she finally admitted it. This little girl was like, she was like, yeah, he picked me up and we go in the room and she told my homegirl, she said everything that he's done to me and happened in your bed.
Oh my
So
God.
so she was like he was one day he was down there. One day he was down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
He closed the fucking door. But the shit that's so crazy is my homegirl father was there. Why are
Mm.
you allowing for your granddaughter to be in a fucking room with a
With a
man,
grown
your
man.
daughter's boyfriend, with the door closed? Make
Mm-mm.
it make motherfucking sense.
Mm-mm.
Do you know this man was doing this shit to this little girl since she was the age of motherfucking 5 years old. Since he was picking her up from
Oh
kindergarten
my
all the
God.
way up until she was about 11 years
Oh
old.
no.
So they had to take her to the hospital, and when the hospital checked her, they was like, yeah, she was very much sexual assaulted. But she told them how it started. It started off with him just going down on her. And I guess as a little girl, it probably was feeling good. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
But it's like, dude, that's traumatizing.
Mm-hmm.
As a man, I mean, as a woman, to hear that your fucking niece, daughter, whatever, was being touched by the man that you slept in the bed with every motherfucking night.
Mm-mm.
Every motherfucking night you sleep with this man. This man lived with y'all. This man lived with you, your niece. Mind you, at that moment, I couldn't tell her. I couldn't say, I told you, stop letting him pick her up. I told you he had accusations on him. I couldn't do that at that very moment because God wouldn't allow me to.
Mm-mm.
And I felt so fucking bad, sis. Like, when I tell you I felt like that shit was happening to mine, I was ready to go look for that nigga. Cause what?
Yeah.
She was
That's
so
crazy.
fucking traumatized, the little girl. Yo, the little girl wasn't even traumatized to her because it happened for so long. After a while, it becomes normal. So for your daughter virginity to be broken, it was from your fucking her aunt's boyfriend, and she was a little fucking girl, and she's no longer a virgin because of a grown ass fucking man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I
Like
don't play no
right. You
games.
know what happens too? I think that when these things happen to girls too, they're afraid of how their mother's gonna act.
Cause they're
Like
embarrassed.
not even that. No, like what happened? Like this. It was a guy that I was messing around with. He come to find out the girl that I'm glad he got out of my life because the girl he was messing with, it they found out that he was molesting. She had a daughter and two boys from her marriage, and he was molesting the boys and the little girl.
Fucking
But she,
ridiculous.
but she wound up marrying him anyway.
Ridiculous.
But eventually they wound up getting divorced. But you know that this man did this to your kids and gave her a STD,
Oh God.
you know, and he's doing that to he did that to your kids, and you find out, but you still marry the guy anyway.
That's called sick to me. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times I wonder, right? Because I know you hate when I talk like this, but I
That's
gotta
okay.
say it.
That's
I have
okay.
to say it. Let me tell you something. I'm an all-time high God praiser. I
Mm-hmm.
promise you that. But certain things is like, yo, okay, they say we're made from God. How is everybody mental so fucked up? Like, why
You,
is the
can I tell?
conscience?
Can I tell you why? Can I honestly tell you why?
God,
Because you gotta remember, there's more than one God. But you got God in heaven, right? And you got the God of this world. It's
and the God
the
of this world is Satan.
right. So God in heaven. We don't realize that when our family members have done things they shouldn't have done, right? And curses don't only start with the person that did the bad deed. It those things get passed down from generation to generation, like sometimes two and three generations, right? And
Right,
so we don't now, like you and I, like you said some powerful stuff. We've seen things through our third eye, right?
right,
Because we've been gifted to do that. Everybody's not gifted to do that. So because we have evolved ourselves to our best self, our better than best selves, we have broken that curse over our children and over our children's children. So we've
right,
broken it down to the fourth generation in our bloodline because we know who God is personally for ourselves, right? You know
right.
who God is, I know who God is, and we acknowledge him in the power of who he is in our lives. But some people
Salute
don't know that,
Beaver.
huh?
For tuning in. No, guys, since I hear you,
I
I
know.
was saluting
So
Beaver Valley.
some people have not evolved. Like I know Jesus Christ took me out of the stuff that I've been in, right? He saved me from so much stuff. Like I was healed of brain tumors. I was healed of back injuries and all this other stuff. So I know him for myself. I know what he's able to do I know what he did for me. And
Right,
can't nobody change that. Can't nobody change my testimony. Nobody could say to me anything different because I know what I experienced myself. So I've evolved from the generational curses that were supposed to curse me.
right,
Not
right, right,
only that, my father took the same walk that I took. So the curse that I was supposed to get from my dad and his sin, he broke that curse. Then I broke the curse over my children. And so my daughter is hopefully she'll evolve enough to break the curse over her family. So we passing that down, learning how to break curses. But
right,
some many people are cursed where their grandkids is going to die violently. Babies in their family going to die. Kids going to get molested. Like I got molested but that wasn't supposed to happen to me. But it was part of my life testimony that I can share with you. That
right,
happened to me.
right.
So that's part of my story. So my struggle is to help other people who are struggling. Let them know, even though you blessed and the curses are broken off you, it don't exempt you from going through situations, but it's how you come out of it.
So, so what do you call, like, let's just say one day, a couple of teenagers or little girls or, you know, come across this live. What do you call, how can I put it? What do you call, mm, how could I, what do you call that you saying it's a curse,
Mm-hmm.
right? You feel like when stuff like that happens to kids, it's what? What type of curse do
It's
you
but on a kid,
or just period, like for
but
people to even have that, because it starts within the person who has that mental to even think, to even touch or look at a kid in a certain kind of way.
well, you know what it is. I think that's a sickness. The people that do things to kids,
That's what I was about to say.
it's a sickness. But if you sick enough to do something like that, you got to be dealt with. But you got to want to change. So if you doing that, you know you got to want to change. If you don't, like it's like mental illness, right?
Right.
You. This is how I learned to look at it. Like if you depressed, your depression, if you don't deal with it, turns into oppression, right? And then oppression, if you don't deal with it, turns into possession. So so you got to deal with your problem. If you don't, it's going to progressively get worse. So like this guy who you're talking about, no one ever, his family knew how sick he was.
No, they did. They
Right.
did.
So nobody dealt with him. So look what he
No.
did. He turned around and took advantage of that girl's uh, daughter. So he did his
Right.
own daughter, and he took advantage of that woman's daughter.
Right. And it was like you were dating women who had kids just to get close to their children.
Like I was surprised. I'm be honest. I was surprised this guy when they told me what this guy did. But I'm not surprised because he asked me could he go pick up my daughter, and I told him no.
So, but that's what I'm saying. So you think that's
This guy had
parenting?
the propensity to do this because he asked me, "Oh, I'm off a little early from work. I'll go pick her up from school." And and guess what? And then one day he wanted to pick her up. I said, "Yeah, go ahead, go pick her up." When he went to go pick her up, and he went to the house, guess what?
What?
All my little cousins and stuff was there waiting.
There you go. I bet you that nigga mouth dropped to his motherfucking knees.
So you thought you were gonna take advantage of my kid, you know?
Yeah,
And my
and
go ahead.
no guesses.
No, 'cause and my daughter said, "Ma, I think he was trying to do something to me." But I thought about Ma, if I said something to you, because she told me when she got older, she said, "Mommy, I think he was trying to take advantage of me, but you never allow him the opportunity, because every time he came in the house had a whole bunch of people in the house when he got there."
Right. And that's how you fucking do it. Cause let me tell you something. I just think that is sick. Like, and I've always wanted to know, like, how are you okay as a person with those thoughts? Like, don't get me wrong. You have some people that know that thinking the way you think at some point in time and what it is that you're thinking to do or period. I need help.
Uh-huh.
But then what about the ones who don't think they need help and they think that it's okay? That shit is hereditary. That shit comes from when you've been passed down a line within your family, and then families sweep it under the rug because they don't
Uh-huh.
want to be talked about or they don't want to be embarrassed. And it's always the grandmothers that leave it. It's always the grandparents that's just like, don't say nothing or this, that, and the third. You know how many people told me that? Their grandmother knew what was going on with Uncle Tom or Uncle Russell or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And the fact that the uncle was their child, it was, oh, don't say nothing to nobody. But the shit keeps going on and you can't do nothing because your own grandmother is like, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what
People
I
that,
know what I seen in that same vein? They went through the same thing you went through. And some people misery like company and they rather you go through it too because they went through it. And that's a fucked up way to be. But that's how some people are.
yes, yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just sick.
Yep.
It's fucking sick. And then, these kids, they gotta grow up. Like, yo, you got parents that be dating a guy and the guy got them so wrapped up around their fucking finger and they're doing things to their daughters, and when the daughters come and tell them, you want to send the child away or you want to beat the child and call all types of liar and not really look deep into this
I don't
because
know, that's
you
not it either. You know what? That's not either. Their mother know what's happening,
right,
but they don't want to face the truth that
that
that's
they
what's going
man is
on.
interested in
Yeah.
their child
No,
more
not
than
even that they're
them.
interested. Not even that they're interested, but the fact that it's going on, and they embarrassed. They're embarrassed.
Right, but
And
you also have some parents, you also have some mothers that become violently angry with their kid because
yep,
they not understanding why my man, I sleep with this man every motherfucking night. Why do he want my kid? They know what's going on. They hear it
yep.
at night. They just lay in a motherfucking bed and allow that shit to happen to their
In
daughter or
denial.
their
In
son, very
denial.
much in denial because at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day, this nigga take care of you or this man give you money, and if you outburst it, it would no longer be that. What is that called? I call that a fucking sacrifice.
Mm-hmm. And these women, they know it. They know it. And they know what's going on.
And this is how a lot of young boys also grow up
Mm-hmm.
to be gay or on
Yeah.
a DL because they had to be hidden all of their lives. Let me tell you something. My mother, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mother, out of the blue, she started dating. We had moved to East New York. We got cool with the neighbors downstairs. Long story short, the neighbor, um, what was it? The brother, he was the uncle or one of them, nephew or the uncle, one of them, nephew. He was a
Mm-hmm.
nephew. He came around, right? My mother started dating him, right? He would come upstairs. I always thought he was a fucking weirdo. Always thought he was a fucking weirdo. He was. He used to ride bikes in the wintertime with no shirt on, headphones on, just speeding. He was a weirdo, but he was, I will never lie. He was weird, but he had a good fucking heart. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Um Now the neighbors downstairs from us was his family. Now they had the guy, the neighbor, he has wife and his one, two, three, four children. One boy, three girls. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The boy, when I met him, he was going to school with my nephews. They was in public school, like third and fourth grade or whatever. He was already gay.
Mm-hmm.
He was already gay, and when I mean gay, I mean he was already that feminine gay, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I never understood, right? So, um, you know, still to this day, we still speak.
Uh-huh.
He was like, he told me he was touched from a friend of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's what turned him. He used to be molested from a friend of the family, and I guess that's what turned him, the way he is. right?
Mhm.
Long story short, my mom passed. God rest her soul. My mom passed. So he would still come around to my apartments or whatever, come hang out. And he loved my kids, right? Whether regardless of me and him get along if we did, he loved my kids. Long story short, he eventually passed away, right?
Mhm.
So now the boy that I was telling you about, who was his nephew, he was still coming around. So one day he in my house, we all in my house, we at the table, we playing cards, we drinking or whatever. And he just came out, it was like, fuck that motherfucker. And I'm like, why you saying fuck that motherfucker? You was with him all the time.
Uh-huh.
You was around him all the time. Y'all went everywhere together. Y'all did everything together. How dare you say fuck him? Don't do that now that he's gone. Because I'm not understanding at the moment.
Right.
He was like, bitch, that motherfucker been fucking me since I was a kid. I said,
Oh
what?
no.
Me and my husband looked at like, nigga, you lying. Shut the fuck up. He was like, I swear to God. He been
Oh
fucking me
wow.
since I was a kid. That's when I knew that when he said the friend of the family, he wouldn't say my uncle. He used the friend of the family will molesting me, and that's why I'm the way I am. But his mother and his father, they was on drugs and shit or whatever the case may be. Long
Right.
story short, I was like, fucking wow, this shit is crazy because this was my mother's whole boyfriend. You get what
Wow.
I'm saying? So when you using my
Yeah.
mom and you saying I'm going over here, you was still going in this boy room fucking him?
Wow.
It broke my heart for him.
Mhm.
And what broke my heart even more is because you was around us. You know what I'm saying? You was around. You could have said something. You could have
Right.
told my mom or
Now
whatever the
some
case may
people
be.
some people feel like they can't tell it.
That's true. But he was one of them people that's open. Like, you know them gay boys that don't give a fuck about what they say, who feelings they hurt, none of that. He was one of those
That's
people.
a
Like, and I always,
show. That to me, that's a show. When they like that, it's not true in all circumstances. It's a show.
but I always wonder why every time he would come around, he would curse him out.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be like, get the fuck out of my face, to stand a third or whatever, whatever, whatever. But long story
Mm.
short, people go through things that others don't know about. This boy started using so many different types of fucking drugs. He wound up
Mm-hmm.
HIV positive.
Oh
And
no.
right now, I was asking his sisters about them. I was like, yo, what's going on with him? Where is he? I haven't seen him in a while. You know what I'm saying? When they gave me his Facebook page and I went up there and I looked, Queen, he was unrecognizable. Like I didn't. I'm like, no
Oh
way, this is him. No way.
no.
I'm like, no way, this is him. So some man
Wow.
had he was dealing with some guy, and some guy just gave him, this is what he claimed. Some guy just gave him HIV. But in my head, I'm like, did you been have it and just didn't know?
Mm.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? Because
sad.
shit goes
Yeah.
like that. And it's sad because not only was, kind of find out, not only was he fucking the nephew, but he was fucking the mother too.
Oh
He was
no.
fucking his own, he was fucking um, his own nephew, uncle, I can't remember how it went, wife and
Mm.
son.
Mm.
That's why I said, like, how do shit, this is why there's so many questions and not enough fucking answers.
But we can, as long you can, like you said, we're researchers, so we know how to research the answer. I just think in the long run, people's minds are so distorted about sex. Their minds are distorted about reality in these situations. You know.
But how do we explain, like, certain things we have in our mind that we don't understand? So
Mm-hmm.
how is it that we're able, how will we explain it to our children? Like, let's just say we talking about them. I mean, let's just say we trying to talk to them, about certain things and they got a question. And we like, well, goddamn, we wondering the same thing too. Why? What if they ask us the question like, why are people like this? Why does
Well,
this happen? Why is it okay? I've seen so many people. Let me tell you something. I've seen so many people question God, and I hate
mm-hmm,
that for them. And I'm gonna
mm,
tell you why I hate that for them. Cause like, if a certain individual die, and then you die a certain way, they be like, "How could God allow this?" You know what I'm
and
saying? Like when a
yeah,
child die within the hands of their parent, or from an adult period, they be like, "Oh, if there was a God, how could He allow this?" Never fucking question God. Cause who told you why this had to be God's work?
right, and
Do
it's
y'all not
not
think
a
of the
lot of times.
devil?
But see, no,
Do
knowing
y'all not think
happens.
of Satan? Do y'all not believe that Satan exists?
Thank you, and that's. But see, a lot of us never had that understood that that's the answer. That it's like, um,
Jesus.
so much we've done so much as humans in this world that we've allowed the enemy to run rampant. And now he's doing stuff right now so badly because he knows his time is up. And some of the
Cheeks to
stuff is done.
Hodologist, the little queen. Thanks so much for tuning in. That's it.
You know, I think that the sad part is that we don't realize that we because of our actions and things that we've done. I'm going to give you a perfect example. There's a story in the Bible that they were talking about the man who was blind, right? And the question was, well, was it the man's sin or his parents' sin that
Right.
caused him to be blind? And Jesus said, no, it's for my glory to be revealed, you know?
Hello.
And so
Hello.
that story was saying that all this stuff that's happened, like my sister lost her son, her baby, right?
Mhm.
But but hold on.
God bless her, Lord. Oh,
You know,
that's
but
one of the
it's
worst ever
but her
things to
but
ever.
yeah, but her baby's death for her life because she was so stoned out on cocaine and that the baby died from drug addiction and he was not even 2 months old. But her life got saved because of her son.
Mm.
And it's his death brought her life. So, we have to understand that, God don't do stuff, but we do. And
Right.
I was thinking about my sister. That made me think about her because she was doing drugs. She was running the street. She didn't take care of herself. God had nothing to do with that. That was the
Right.
choice that my sister made.
Right. Right.
you
Right.
know. And when she made those choices, it caused her to lose her son. But now she has a life, and the consequences that she didn't have no more children. But now her life is an example to other people. Now she works with young kids, young people. She goes into the jails. Like she was a principal of a school. I mean, she went to a program that she got cleaned off drugs
Right. Right.
and then she wound up going back to school. She became a teacher. From a teacher, she did a program with youth in high school. Then they made her a principal, and now she working in a program where she going into the jails, talking about going back to school, getting people to go to school, getting their GED. I mean, like she doing stuff that she loved. She actually was a teacher of the year, where they flew her into New York City and gave her an award for being such a great teacher. So I'm proud of her,
Of
and I
course.
love my sister,
Of course. As long as you, whenever I feel like, whenever you could, overcome, you know,
a drug
a
addiction like
drug
that.
addiction,
Mhm.
and become like super super positive and all of us
Yeah.
the kids, I think that is really 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 amazing, because you find yourself, and a
Yeah.
lot of people don't have that energy or don't even care to have that energy when they are on drugs.
Mhm.
You know what
And
I'm
she,
saying?
And I was there. I mean, I helped her through it, but just having that kind of relationship with my sister, I love her, and I'm so super dope proud of her. Like she living her best life. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
She could have still been strung out on drugs. She could have still been selling drugs. She could be locked up in the feds right now, and she's not.
right. She turned that leaf and she 100% positive now. That shit is amazing. I will never lie to
Hmm.
you.
Yeah, I'm proud of her.
That shit
Just
is amazing. A lot of
yeah.
people don't have that. A lot of people don't have that strength. You know what I'm saying? That great mental. And it's like a lot of times I be like, how could um the mental just go so bad? Like, how
Mm.
could the mental be just full of, I'ma just say, negativity?
Mm.
How could
Oh.
oneself be okay with the actions that they decide to take, or the things that they think about when they know they wrong, and what is it that they can do if they do try? Because some people go through certain things mentally, right, and they try to control it on their own but can't, right?
Right. Mhm.
And it's like, for the ones that do and that learns how to control it and manage it, like, I think that shit is so amazing. But what about the
Mhm.
ones who can't? Like, I see people walking down the street and they're just talking to themselves, but they don't even have a thought in their mind to harm someone. That's why I say,
Right.
like, it's so many different mental illnesses. Like, yo, let me tell you something, Queen. My sister, my sister was amazing soul, amazing person. She'll give you the shirt off her back. She'll give you her last dollar,
Mhm.
right? I don't know what the fuck happened. My last time seeing her, I will never lie to you. She came to my house. I was having something. I can't remember what it was, but I was having something. It could have been Thanksgiving of about 2 years ago. I can't remember. But it was something. I know I was having something. Everybody came over. I seen my sister, but before that, she had um she had cut her hair.
Mm.
I don't know what made her cut her hair, but she had cut. Oh, because it was uneven. Long story short, but she cut it real, real low, right?
Mhm.
And ever since she cut it real, real low, she started having issues and complications with her man,
Mhm.
right? Like, he was. So she used to say little statements like, "Oh, it's not my fault. I can't help it if I look just like my father." Like, uh, like, like downgrading herself with him.
Mhm.
And that's not her. She was the type of person, she was standing on business. Like, she don't take disrespect. You can't get into her mental or none of that, right? So that was a red flag for me. I'm like, what the hell is going on? You good? So, she started calling me and shit like, yeah, this motherfucker looking at me a certain kind of way. And I'm hearing him mumble shit under his breath saying that I look like a dude with my hair like this and this and the third. But me knowing her boyfriend, her fiance, he's an alcoholic, but he wasn't the type to mumble. Like, you know how alcoholics is. They say something, they saying that shit straightforward to you in your face. Boom,
Right.
take it or like it. It is what it is, bitch. Bye. Right? So now that's another red flag. So now I'm talking to him. Something just said, yo, hit him up. Hit your brother-in-law up. So I hit him up. He like, yo, sis, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what's going on. Why? He was like, she's bugging out. She's tripping. She just changed within a blink of an eye. I took her to
Oh.
her doctor's appointment. You know what I'm saying? I,
Mhm.
I,
Right.
I bring up, we get back in the car. I go out. You know how I do, because he the type that's like always taking her out to eat, just taking her somewhere. He loves going places to take her places, right? He like, I take her out to eat. He like, next thing you know, I realized, he said, I went out to get her some food. I get out the car, I leave her in the car. I realized when I ordered the food, I realized that I left my wallet in the car. He like, so I go in the car. I knew I had cash, but I was going in the car for my card because he used his card for everything. He keep his cash in his wallet for just in case if he got to get gas or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So He like, and I go in my wallet as I'm reaching for my card. I realized that my money is missing. I only had a $50 bill in there. I had $300. I had $200 bills and $250 bills. So $250 is missing out my wallet. He said, so now I'm kind of lost because she don't steal. What the fuck is
Mm.
going on? So he like, I pay no mind because I already ordered the food. Grab my card, I go in there. Now I come back out with the food and stuff. So I drive. He said so. Eventually now, because I was confused, he like I asked her. I'm like, yo, did you take money out my wallet? He like she kept just telling me no. She kept just telling me no. So next thing you know, he found the money on her, and she told him it wasn't her.
Mm.
She was like, it wasn't me. Salute to you, sis. She was like, it wasn't me. It was this bitch ass, stupid ass nigga. I told him don't do it. So now he looking at her like, what? He's confused. He's lost. He's like, what? He's like, what stupid bitch ass nigga? What are you talking about? There's nobody here but me and you. She was like, huh? You think so? This nigga sitting right here. He's over here popping shit. I told him, don't go on your shit. Mind you, it was her who did it, but it was weird. So now I'm still
So she
trying to
had
not.
she had she had a schizophrenic break.
That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still not believing it because she's fine. I speak to her on the phone every fucking day. She's fine. So now I got her mom calling me. She was like, call your sister ASAP. I need you to call your sister. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, she just sat here and tried to attack me and your niece. So I'm like, what's going on? Long story short, after she did that, she ran out her mother's house. So now, before I got a chance to call her, she calls me. So she sounded out of breath and shit or whatever. She was like, "Yeah, I just had to leave mommy house because they called the cops on me." Mind you, she called the cops on herself
Mm.
and then ran out the house. But I hear her tucking and rolling and shit. I'm like, "Yo, it's not funny.
I
It's
mean, it's
not
not
funny.
funny, but
It's not funny." But at the moment, I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?" I'm like, "Yo, sis, is you rolling down the block? Like, what's going on?" She's like, shh, shh, they coming, they coming. So I'm like, who coming? What are you talking about? Yo, crazy. The episode was crazy, and I did not understand what the fuck was going on. And I'm like,
mm-hmm.
nah, this is her. So I started just bawling out crying. I just
Mm-hmm.
started crying because I'm like, where did this come from? Where did this come from? Like I
Mm-hmm.
didn't get it. I didn't understand it. Out of the blue, we was fine.
But yeah, that's what
Now,
happened with schizophrenia. It come when you get older. Like nobody can say they have schizophrenia until it develop when you get old. Older.
yeah, and that's what we found out because eventually I kept telling everybody, I'm like, y'all motherfuckers are just, oh, she won't go to the hospital. She won't go to the hospital. Mind you, I'm in a whole different borough. I don't take public transportation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm not taking a cab there, and you open the door and this bitch start wilding at me because sometimes I can't control myself on a straight up. So I called to make sure she good before I go over there. I'm like, yo, sis,
Mm-hmm.
what's going on? You good? Like she was able to carry a conversation like as if she was fine. And then
Mm-hmm.
out of the blue, she'd be like, shut the fuck up and mind your motherfucking business.
Cause she
And
talking
I'm
to the
like,
other person.
right. And I'm like, sis.
I'm not laughing because it's funny. I've been through it. That's
No,
why I said.
yo, I'm like, sis, I'm losing my mind. And I know I was laughing. I'm like, yo, sis, who the fuck are you talking to? So she's like, these bum ass motherfuckers, these three niggas, and one of them motherfuckers got the nerve to be motherfucking gay. Yeah, you gay bitch. Yo, she was
And
cursing
look,
out her
and they
neighbors and
telling
everything.
look, they telling you off. Them demons telling you off
Right.
to your
She
face.
she's calling the police on her neighbors every day. Cause she said the boys, they keep coming out of the wall. She like they come from next door, so I guess this is why she think they're the neighbors, cause they started coming out of the wall, and she couldn't control it because it was something new for her.
Hmm.
But at
Yeah.
first, I used to think she was bugging because she used to be like, "Sis, let me." let me call you back because motherfuckers is all in our conversation. Every time we speak over the phone, they answering you before I get a motherfucking chance to. So I'm like, sis, it's impossible for your neighbors to hear you from downstairs. I've been in your house. Like, what are you talking about? And I realized what the fuck it was because I took it upon myself. It's like, yo, you know what? If y'all gonna keep allowing that excuse, oh, she won't go, oh, she won't go, oh, she won't go, I cried my eyes out. I would never lie to you. I cried my eyes out because it was like for me to see her that way. So I took her to the hospital. You know,
Mm.
I don't know how the fuck they, um,
God, let me tell you, God is good like that. That God know what we can handle. God knew you can handle that situation. Everybody can't handle that, like, and without going nuts. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's serious.
yeah,
Yo, going through
yeah.
that is serious.
And Queen, you know what I think about? I think about also how the fuck do they feel going through that? That's the
They
part
don't
that
feel
hurts
it. They
me.
don't feel it. They don't feel that. They don't even remember it.
That's the part that hurts me. Because even though she went to the hospital, she got these meds. She refused to take the meds. And one of the meds she had to pay out of pocket. So I'm saying to myself, how are you still working like that? And the next thing you know, she was like, she got fired because of these stupid motherfuckers and shit like that. And then I got my
She
niece
shouldn't
calling
be
me like,
working like that too, cause she flip on somebody at work and they don't know what the hell is going
yeah,
on.
yeah. And I had my niece calling me. My niece is like, yo, you need to get your sister. I just had to fuck your sister up. I said, you just did what? I said, don't play with me. Rephrase that. Don't play with me. Rephrase that because at the end of the day, if you know she's going through mental health right now, if she came at you in any type of way, you know that that's not her mentally. So why would you even
Right.
put fucking hands on her as her child?
Yeah. And everybody can't handle that.
Oh,
Really,
bitch,
everybody.
you about to see me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo,
You
I'm
about to
telling
see me
you,
because
that
how
thing
fucking
is
dare you?
hard. That thing is hard to deal with. I ain't gonna
But my
lie.
thing is, it's hard to deal with. But you as a child, if you're able to call me and tell me that your mother is walking down a block just swinging. Like she was fighting air. She wasn't going after regular people. She was thinking people is there and she's fighting them out in the public. Not knowing how she looked, not caring how she looked because she feel like if
Mm-hmm.
she sees them, so does everybody else. So if you
Mm-hmm.
see this is the episodes that she's going through, why would you even fight her? Why would you not just go in your room and lock your fucking door?
Cause you know why? Cause they think they got it going on like that too.
Yeah, they think they fucking grown. She had just had a baby, or whatever the case may be. And then,
Mm-hmm.
the shit started dying down. And the next thing you know, she calling me saying, yeah, sis, I need you to come out here and fuck these motherfuckers up. Because your fucking stupid ass niece is just letting these motherfuckers just molest my grandson and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, hold the fuck up because I don't play with molestation. Who the fuck is molesting these? What are you talking about?
Mm.
But long story short, my point about that is it comes. I realized she was diagnosed with schizophrenia, right? But let me tell you
Mm.
something. The same shit wound up happening to my godmother's sister. She
Mm.
said out of the blue, she would go in the house and just cover up all her mirrors. She started tripping. She kept running into hospitals, saying that she was being sexually molested, sexually abused, and everything. But she had no proof, no nothing. And then they realized that something was wrong with her. They went into the cycle and they was able to have a regular conversation with her, and it wasn't even her fucking it wasn't even um schizophrenia. It was she was so inflamed.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could
Yep.
be sick
That can happen.
sometimes
Yep. Your
and that
brain, your
shit could
brain
fuck
could
with your
be,
brain.
yeah, your brain
Yes.
could be inflamed. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And that's what it was. She was so inflamed and so sick for a very long time to the point where it started fucking with her mental.
Mm-hmm. That can
And
happen.
it was going on for so long to the point where they released her from the psych ward, but
Mhm.
she still have little slight whatchamacallits, because it takes a
Episodes.
while. Yeah, she still
Mhm.
have little, she'll say little certain things or whatever the case may be, and but when she does it, she snaps right out of it and she's right back aware. But
That's
now,
good.
now she's good. She been whatever meds they gave her, she was taking them, and now she's good. But at the end of the day, mental illness is fucking re. That shit is it's hurtful to the people that's going through it, and we don't know it. A lot of people, I used to see kids and shit laughing at these people that's walking down the street talking to themselves or looking hungry or looking homeless. A lot of people, you see a lot of mental illness going on in these streets, because these being homeless is nothing easy to fucking deal with. You homeless, you gotta eat out the fucking garbage, you gotta sleep in the cold, you're constantly sick, and you're not gonna get up and go to the hospital because your mental is already on the verge of being fucked up. So you're just
Mhm.
inflamed, you're just sick. So now you're losing your marbles, you're losing your mind. A lot of these people naturally, wasn't naturally mentally fucked up. They
Mhm.
position, the
Right.
position that they wound up in is what fucked it up for them. And people don't pay attention to that. Kids, kids running away from them. It was this guy that used to come. He used to come in my restaurant every party we would have, whether it was game night, whether it was karaoke night, whether if it was party night, R&B night, he was there. Old guy, he was about 60 something years old. He used to come sharp. You hear me? I mean, his little fucking John Shaft, motherfucking leather coats, his motherfucking hats, his shoes sharp. Dance the
Mhm.
night away. Old man, he would dance from the time he walked in the restaurant and the bar to the time we end that shit. Right?
Mhm.
So one day I stopped seeing him. He used to call me redhead because I had my hair red. Right? So one
Mhm.
day I stopped seeing him. So I'm walking and I see him. He looked at totally different. He was like, Red, that's you? I'm looking at him like, who the fuck is you?
Mhm.
And then when I realized the voice and I got closer and I seen the face, I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, right? This must have been when he was just losing himself. I don't know if he started doing drugs or whatever, but he was old.
Mhm.
So I walks up one day, I'm walking, I leave the supermarket, I'm like, okay, I gotta cook. But in the meantime, I wanna settle my kids. So let me go to Texas Chicken, get the kids a bucket of chicken and shit or whatever the case may be,
Mhm.
to settle them until I cook. I go in there, I hear the kids just screaming, running, every fucking thing.
Oh no.
It's him chasing after kids in Texas
Oh
Chicken. The
no.
kids is like, suck my dick,
No.
you old crackhead. They're saying so much shit to him, and he's still chasing them. And I look down, he don't got on his shoes. He barefoot. So,
Oh
everybody in there they looking at me like, okay, why are you the only one that's not afraid? Because I
no.
personally know him. So I'm like, yo, Unc, what are you doing? Why are you fucking with these kids? What's wrong with you? These are just kids. What the fuck is you doing? What's wrong with you? Just like that, he was him.
Mhm. Cause he know
He was
you. You
just
calm
like that.
him. Mhm.
Just like that, he was him. He like, give me $2. I'm just messing with these kids. No, don't mess with nobody's kids. What's wrong with you? And then they gonna disrespect you because you out here barefoot. You got no fucking coat on, and you chasing them, and you're saying things to them that should not be fucking said. That shit is not cool. Take your ass home and take you a fucking nap. Now take
She
this fucking
taking
two
that.
dollars.
You said taking
Seriously.
that.
And he'll come in a restaurant, right? And he'll just start cursing out like my cashier. He come in there and just start cursing her out. She could be a little nasty sometimes, but it
Mhm.
was like the moment I come out, and like what the hell's going on? The moment I come out, he was fine. He like, no sweet potato pies, baby girl. And I'm like,
Mhm.
no sweet potato pies. But why is you out here being disrespectful? I'm sorry, baby girl, and walk right out. So that's why I
Mhm.
say some people could snap people, you
Right.
know,
Mhm.
out
Out of
of
it. Mhm.
whatever episode that they're going through, but it was just like, damn, Unc, you was just grooving and fly as hell, doing your thing. What happened? People go
Mm-hmm.
through things. That's why I don't like when people start judging people. Because you never know what somebody is going through fucking mentally. And instead of
Mm-hmm.
people giving a helping hand, you know what I'm saying? People rather talk about it or laugh about it or joke about it and think that shit is a game. When mental illness is nothing to fucking play with. Sometimes you
Right.
gotta think about it. What if it was one of your family members? What if it was your kid? What, you know what I'm saying? Think like
Mm-hmm.
that. That's how I think. That's why a lot of people is cursed, and that's why a lot of people don't get no fucking blessings. And I
That's
tell people,
right.
you could go from being way at the top to being way at the bottom just as quick as you would it took you to get to the fucking top. That shit is
Mm-hmm.
no game. And karma is fucking real. Everybody just sit around and laugh at people with mental illness or laugh at people that use drugs. You don't know why these people is using drugs. You don't know what they went through in their fucking life or what they going through still to this day.
That's
I
right.
just wish sometimes, sis, I wish I was rich. I would open up a big ass, you know how the hotels is where you have so many rooms and everything just for the homeless, but the mental ill homeless. And I will have like a little, like in the basement area, it will be like a nice big space to where, you know, we could do the sit downs and you allow them to talk about their life and
Mm-hmm.
just
Yep.
talk and just be a listening ear because sometimes that's all people need. They don't need you to talk back, they just need to get their shit out without being judged.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because life is life, and it be the people that you think that's sane that's really fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Yep. You're right.
And you know nobody pays attention to that because it's not them. I don't think that's fair and I don't think that's right or nobody want to touch. I will hug a homeless person. I will hug a person with mental illness. I
We
would
the
because I
we
know I
me
could
me
go
but
home
me
and get in my
because
shower.
me and you are the same. We have the heart for people. Everybody don't have a heart for people. People like our heart would do something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I still talks to them.
Mm-hmm.
You all right? You need anything?
Yep. That's us. That's us. We do that.
Like, what's going on? When you see they talking to you, because a lot of them won't talk back. They'll
Right.
look at you like, bitch, if you don't get the fuck out my face, you got some crack. For real. And
I
then you
know.
got some that will talk to you while they flitching and
Mm-hmm.
doing things, and they used to people jumping back from them. They used to
Mm-hmm.
people not caring about them. But when they see that it's somebody that will sit there and listen to them, they will talk.
Yeah.
They will
Oh, you know
talk.
what? But they can read. They can read when somebody's genuine. They
Yeah,
can.
that's
They
why I'm
can
saying.
read.
Yep.
They can
Yep.
read. They know when somebody
Yep.
real and when they not.
Hey, New York, Nikki, baby. My heart gets me in trouble sometimes. That's a fact. Me
Hmm.
too.
They know. They know
Too.
when somebody real. When they know when they
Falling in
not.
love while at the top hurts much harder than falling at the surface. That's a fact behind the bar. That's definitely a fact. And that comes from people that think they're better than. Cause you're not supposed to think you better than anybody. I don't give a
No.
fuck how much money you got. What?
Mm-mm.
Huh? Yeah, I don't give a fuck how much money you got, how much many cars you got, how many houses you got. That just means you got a little bit more than me, but you're not better than me.
Mm-mm. Nobody better than anybody.
Nobody's better than anybody.
Your
You ain't fucking
situation might
God.
be situation might be different than mine, but that's it.
Because my heart is more pure. So what
Hmm.
you talking about?
Yep. You right
Hello,
about that.
get
You
with me.
right about
Know my
that.
motherfucking story because before I would ever judge you, I would want to know your story. And that's what we don't have nowadays. We don't have that. We don't have people that's okay with sitting down, gathering up, and, just doing certain things for the youth. You don't got to be in an organization to do that shit.
No, you're
You
right.
don't. You could be
No.
community based. You could come from
Mm-hmm.
different boroughs and just be like, you know what, this is what we're going to do. Real shit.
Mhm.
You could get
That's
you a little
right.
spot in the fucking park. Come in there with some. Call out all the youth, all little girls. You get you some men on your team, some women on your team. Have the
Mhm.
men teaching the little boy, the young ones, how to play motherfucking basketball in a community park, and bring these kids into double dutch and all that shit that we had.
Right.
Or just sit them down and talk with them as a group. I would even do some shit because I would never want to talk to nobody else's kid without permission from their parent.
Right.
You let the parents know, listen, you could come in attendance too because maybe you have a voice as well. You got to do shit as a fucking community. You got to show that you care because we are brainwashed. They don't think we could do it. And we
Uh
could do
huh.
it. And as long as we keep allowing them to have us brainwashed and thinking we can't do this and we can't be fucking great and we can't turn people over, we'll never make nothing happen.
Yep.
Nobody will never listen. These kids will still be running fucking wild. Remember when they had fucking PAL and all of that?
Mhm.
There's nothing, no community, nothing open
Nope.
no more right now for these kids.
You're right. And that's why they run the street.
Exactly. And not only that, but let me tell you something. These parents nowadays, they think it's all about a dollar. Imagine getting your kid any and everything they want. And they ask for laptops, sneakers, every fucking thing. But you're never home because you feel like I gotta work to get you this good stuff that you want. Well, who the fuck told you I wanted that? What about me wanting you? Could you take a day off? I don't play them games. I used to. Let me tell you something. I used to pick my day. Today I'm off. Cause
Mhm.
once my kids start saying, "Mommy, God, Mommy, you work too much. Why you gotta come home so late?" That's my cue. My kids want me. They want to talk. They want to watch a movie. They want, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
We have to do these things. They want to hug.
That's right.
My kids come and hug me. Yo, I can't even count on both fingers how many times a day. Ask my husband. They come to us and they say, I love 24 hours a day. I love you. They'll come in the room just to check on us. I love you. If I'm going to the store, my daughter be like, but Mom, why you got to go to the store? That should be making me nervous. I be like, calm down. You getting me nervous. I'll be right back. I'm walking on the block. I'm looking up at my where they at, right in the window, waiting for me. You know what I'm saying? That's love. Your kids want to feel that.
Yep.
Never make them feel
Listen,
like you putting something
my
before them.
kids is grown, and I go through that, and they
Yes.
grown.
One day I was walking up the steps in my house, coming in front of the store. It's like 12:30. My son said, "Ma, who the fuck told you you could go outside at this time of the night?" I said, "First of all, bitch, I do the curse there. Who the fuck is you talking to? The fuck?"
Kids is
But I
funny.
love it though. I
Yeah,
love it.
cause they
I
love you.
appreciate it. And I love the love. The love make me keep loving. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Love is fucking pure. Love is so pure and love is amazing. And it don't matter where it comes from. It don't always gotta be from your husband, your boyfriend,
Mhm.
your parent. No. Let me tell you something. A lot of people come up to me, sis, and they be like, yo, you are fucking amazing. And a lot
Mhm.
of times, at one point, I didn't understand it because I thought I had me all the way put, but I realized I didn't. And what made
Mhm.
me know that I didn't was because I didn't understand why everybody thought I was so amazing. I didn't think I was doing so good as everybody else felt I was. Until I found myself and I realized how I treat people. I realized how I open my ears for people and how I express myself to people. That
Mhm.
fucking works. I do it with the young boys, and let me tell you something. They be like, my parents don't even hear me out like this. My parents don't even talk to me like this.
Right.
And that shit would drop a tear. I'm so emotional. I'm very, very emotional, Queen. Like I'm so emotional. Cause I don't like See, this is why sometimes I don't walk out my door if it ain't concerning work, doctors, food shopping. I'm good.
Right.
Facts, New York, Nikki. These kids right now, they don't have anything. That's why they out there running wild. They're angry.
Yep.
You'll be surprised how many motherfucking guns you could probably get these young boys to put down just from a couple of hugs
That's right.
and a couple of conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Showing somebody you can go a long way, sis.
You sure do.
That should go a very fucking long way, and I swear to you. And let me tell you something. We gotta do something.
I think that just the way we talk, putting that energy out in the atmosphere changes it.
Give me a cigarette. But some people don't want to hear this. They don't care about this. They want to see who the fuck beefing, who got beef for who, who's doing what with who. And this is why Queen, when I tell you, I appreciate you and Jayla so much. Y'all ladies got my whole entire heart. Cause let me tell you something. We don't give a fuck if it's one viewer, two viewers, or no viewers. We
That's
still gonna
right.
talk our motherfucking talk. Cause you never know who might come across this
Tell it,
video.
Queen. That's right. You tell it, Queen. That's right. And who is
You
going to
never know
impact?
who going right. Why you got everybody in the, and on YouTube worrying about the views and how many people was in the chat. We don't need that.
Mm-hmm.
All we need is our word. Cause one day, I'm telling you, sis, somebody gonna come across this and reach out to one of us.
Mm-hmm.
I promise you that, and that's all I want. That's
That's
all I want.
right.
I don't need 100 people in my chat. I don't need 50 or 40 or 20 or 10. I don't. I would appreciate it because the more people, the more the word gets out.
That's right.
But if nobody is, I appreciate like right now. Listen, word is the word. And some people, that's how you know who worship who. The people
Mm-hmm.
that will sit here and listen, and the people that are here with their hand and say, "Yeah, they ain't talking about nothing." And we talking about real life shit. We
That's
talking
right.
about real life shit. And I have goals. I ain't Martin Luther King, but I have dreams, and it's not just for the youth, sis. It's for
Right.
adults too.
That's right.
It's for adults too. I'm telling you, they know not to get tizzle rich. They know not to get tizzle rich because I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. And all of us together collabing,
Yep. Gonna make it happen.
that should be amazing work. Amazing, amazing work. You'll be surprised, sis, who wanna, you know what I'm saying? You'll be surprised. I see so much, and it's just so hurtful that I heard a fucking girl like 2 weeks ago saying that, had to take a poll. I heard a girl like 2 weeks ago saying that she wanted to slice some bitch throat,
Mm.
and one of the friends is like, "What? Are you going too far? Like,
Mm-hmm.
ain't that much hate in the world?" She was like, "Nah, because," you know what? The girl, whoever the girl was, she was talking about. The
Mm-hmm.
girl ain't never do nothing to her. She was just mad at the fact that her boyfriend was liking the girl pictures.
That's crazy. What's wrong with these people?
Queen, New York Nikki said, "Do you have a channel?"
Oh yeah. It's uh Miss Queen Sebastian.
Thank you for still being here, New York Nikki, baby.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Queen, let me tell you something. Well, I know you are. You are
Huh?
amazing. And
Thank you.
as black sisters, we have to uplift one another as well. We have to let one another know, like, listen, you're amazing. You're great. Your soul is amazing. Everything. Just like Jayla. Yo, we got gifts. I
Yeah, right.
promise you, we are very gifted. We may not know where and which way yet, but we know, we feel it. When you have a pure heart, that shit don't come with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
That shit do not come with everybody.
That's right.
But I appreciate you ladies. We was on this live for 3 hours and 31
Really?
minutes. Yes,
Wow.
sis. So if next time we could like share the live, cause I
Mm-hmm.
forgot to do that. I didn't share the live. I just went live. I didn't share it to
Oh.
people. So
Yeah.
next time we could do that. We gonna
Okay.
talk behind the scenes. I got your number too. We gonna
Yeah,
talk
I sent
behind the
it to you.
scenes.
Yeah.
And you
Make
got a
call me,
topic you
call
wanna.
me, call me when we get off. 'Cause I want to find out some information. I got something for you. I want to share something with you.
All right, I'm about to end it now. I'm gonna call you.
Okay.
All right, New
All
York
right.
Nikki baby salute. Thanks for tuning in. Behind the bars, salute to you, King. Thanks for tuning in. Beaver, what is it? Jump the score, Cheeks the Hoodologist. All of y'all, I want to say salute to you all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Whether y'all was here for 5 minutes, 1 minute, I don't care. I still want to thank y'all. Queen Jayla, you already know, baby girl. I thank you to the fullest. Queen Sebastian, you already know, beautiful. I thank you to the fullest. You have a great night, New York Nikki, baby. You have a great night, sis. Queen Sebastian, I'm going to call you right now. I'm about to end this and then
Okay.
call you.
All right. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right.
Later, y'all.
Later.